Welcome to Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc, the wildest mixed tag team in podcasting, where the kayfabe drops and the chaos takes over. Let's ring the damn bell.
Headlocks tight, heels on the prowl, dropping elbows, hearing growl, feel the foul. No script here, just real, no bluff. Kayfabe crack, now the dirt gets rough. Headlocks, heels, havoc in the zone. Stepping in the ring, chaos at your home. No filters, no mask, just raw pants on. Wrestling unscripted, we on the throne. Title bells, mic checks, crowd going crazy. Drop truth bombs, leaving lines feeling hazy. Beyond the kayfabe, past the charade, where legends are born and stories get made. Headlocks poppin', who's hitting the mat? Welcome to the Havoc where the real talk's at. Tune in, step through, leave the fake at the door. Headlocks, heels, havoc, now hear the roar.
Oh, sorry, I was singing the song, man. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am, of course, one half of the greatest tag team in podcasting, the legend J-Mac. With me, as always, of course, is Uncle Slam.
What's up?
And again, returning from about 20 minutes ago, we've got Superfly Johnny Lee.
What's up? What's up?
We've got Brock's Boulder.
I'm rolling in here. That was stupid. My bad.
Hey, man, it was off the cuff. You got, sometimes you go quick like that. Sometimes it just comes out. Sometimes it hits. Sometimes it don't.
That's right.
And the master of mayhem himself, JD.
Hey, yo.
Guys, we are back with the second half of our WCW NWA World Television World. Why do I keep wanting to say tag team? World Television Title Tournament. That was a lot of T's to say. I'm going to throw up the words. That's what I'm trying to get at to come out.
Yeah, you need words there.
It's supposed to happen. A podcast words. They speak. They go through this, and there's a display of everybody that won in the first round. Everybody. We got, who'd we see? Flair went on to the second round. Mike Rotunda went on to the second round. Ultimo Dragon, Ricky Steamboat, Arn Anderson, Booker T, Barry Windham, Sting. On the other side, we had Dusty Rhodes, Rick Steiner, Tully Blanchard, The Great Muta, Lord Steven Regal, Rowdy Roddy Piper, the Total Package Lex Luger, and Stunning Steve Austin, all moving on to the second round of our tournament. Guys, some of these matchups are going to get a little interesting. I was looking over it during the break, and I don't know. I don't think most of them are going to go the way that they might look like they're going to go. Let me get this off here real quick now. So for the first round, let's switch it up. We'll start off on the right side this time, just to live on the wild side a little bit.
Yeah.
On the right side, we have got the first match. We have got Dusty Rhodes and the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner. We'll just start it with Uncle Slam again this time and work it the way we did last time.
All right. Let's see. Ric Flair.
Rick Steiner.
Okay.
Rick Steiner,
Rick Steiner versus Dusty Rhodes. Okay. Honestly, I'm kind of gonna go Dusty. I don't really think this is really too hard. Like I said, I'm a huge Steiner fan. But it's Dusty Rhodes, like I said. Plus, I think he's had more championships. I think he won 3 compared to the 2. I think back in the day, especially like in like the NWO days, the television title definitely meant more. Rick, I don't even think his runs were really that long anyway and shit. So yeah, it's Dusty.
All righty, we got one vote for Dusty Rhodes coming in. Me personally, I'm all about the relevancy and stuff for the most part. I know I picked Duggan on the last, but you got to go against the grain sometimes. But to me, like you said, it was just the relevancy of his title reigns, and I'm talking about Dusty as compared to Rick's. Not taking anything away from Rick's title reigns, he's in the books as a champion, but time, place, and all that stuff, I think Dusty goes over just because of the relevancy of the title meant more back then. Superfly?
No debate for me. Dusty Rhodes is going through.
We'll go with the man who's rolling in here, Brox.
I side note, I went and watched micro wrestling in my area last night.
Hell yeah.
And I sat down with Troy and I said, we'll watch us a little wrestling tonight. So sometimes I just say shit, guys. And I didn't even mean it that way. I didn't even mean it. I swear, I just said it. And I didn't even mean to. I was just like, let's watch a little wrestling tonight.
Did he make a face after you said it? Like,
listen, anytime we and Troy are in the ring together or we're on a show together and he goes, and he takes a deep breath and he covers his mouth, like, that I've broke him and he's pissed off about it. He got polka dots over as punishment, guys. I said it earlier. It's gonna be my thing with Dusty until I see a formidable opponent. It's Dusty Rhodes.
All righty. We got JD left.
Yeah, I also think let's just make it a clean sweep here, and it has to be the American Dream over Rick Steiner for sure. So yeah, Dusty Rhodes.
I think that was a pretty easy pick for everybody. I mean, like I said, Rick Steiner's great and all, but when I equate Rick Steiner, I do it to tag team wrestling.
Exactly.
That's where his legacy is. Not that he didn't do some great things in singles, but let's see. The next match we've got Tully Blanchard versus the Great Muta. We will start with JD. We're going to put you on the hot seat first.
Yeah. What a great one to have on it. I was definitely voting for the Great. I voted for both in the first round, but in this one, I think, we're going to start separating some of the legitimate TV champions from those who just had maybe a good spot or a good reign or two, maybe with the belt. So on this one, I'm going to have to go Tully Blanchard on this one.
Okay. Brox?
I love it. That's why me and this guy's gonna get along. It's Tully. Muta is Muta, and we've covered all that already. But in this particular debate, Tully has to go, and that's all there is to it.
Superfly?
Tully Blanchard. I'm sorry, Great Muta. Tully Blanchard all day.
As much as I don't want to go against it, because again, Muta is one of my favorites, I gotta agree, just the relevancy of the titles. So we will go with Tully for me. Who you got, Uncle Slam?
I think Tully's resume just kind of speaks for itself as far as having 3 championships, his longevity, the wars that he had with the people to win the belt. Like I said, the resume speaks for itself. I mean, we all like Muta, but it's really no contest. It's Tully.
I 100% agree. It's just, and I like that next matchup into the next round too. That's going to be one to talk about too.
So do you guys
revisit?
You guys remember in the beginning when I said I'm already looking at second round matchup from the first round?
Mm-hmm.
This is the one I was talking about. I knew these two were going to end up together. This is the one I was talking about.
Well, we're going to start you on that one first then.
There you go. All righty. We'll put him on the hot seat.
Yeah.
All righty. So for the next matchup, we've got Lord Steven Regal versus the Rowdy Scott. Roddy Piper. Who you got? Who did we end with there? Uncle Slam, we'll start with you.
Oh, shit. Man, this is easy. This is Regal all day. Like, we've already established that besides Double A, there's not anybody else that, like if you looked up in the dictionary, you're going to have an example of either him or Double A. So it's Regal all day, every day on this one.
All righty. As much as I love Roddy Piper and as much as I could sit and watch They Live all day long, every day, I just got to go with Regal. The title, again, I wasn't a wrestling fan. I didn't watch it at the time that Piper was holding this title. So I don't really know what the relevancy of the title was then. But again, like we've stated many times, Regal, he's kind of synonymous with the title. It was a really relevant title when he held it. So Regal gets it from me. Superfly.
Lord Steven Regal for me as well.
Yeah. Regal for me, and it's not as close as it should be. But I will say I had my eye on this matchup, not because of this debate particularly. I'm looking at, as a wrestling fan and a worker, I'm looking at, God, I'd love to see these two guys go in their prime.
Me
That's
too.
what I was looking at. That's what I was looking at. But yeah, it's Regal.
That
Yeah.
was a hell of a match.
Now a prime match between them two, I could get down with that.
I'm also going to carry the motion. Steven Regal.
All righty. We got a clean sweep for the Regal, man. All righty. We've got Lex Luger versus Stunning Steve Austin.
Who are we going with? Starts
This one starts with JD.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you took Diamond Dallas. You guys voted out Diamond Dallas Page on the previous one here, so I think that would have been an easy one. Diamond Dallas Page against Stunning Steve. And even though Stunning Steve did have a good run with the TV title, I think he's more in WCW at least. Anyway, okay, in WCW, of course. Okay, we're talking about Stunning Steve Austin in WCW. Exactly, Brox. We are so on the same page, bro. Holy cow! Exactly, the Hollywood Blondes. I think he's more. I think when I think of Stunning Steve in WCW, I think of the Hollywood Blondes and his tag team title run with Brian Pillman, which was never supposed to happen. They got over with the crowd and they gave him a tag team title run. Yep. So I would, out of these two, I would have to put my vote with Lex Luger, the total package.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bias. I don't disagree with a single thing the man just said. Not a single thing. Other than the fact that I am the biggest Stone Cold, Stunning Steve, ringmaster, whatever you want to call the man. I'm that guy. I'm him. I love Stone. I love Steve Austin or Steve Williams. If you want to break the kayfabe down and pull the curtain back, I just think that there was always flashes, and it started right there with the Hollywood Blondes, and then it carried over into what he became. And I can't vote against Stone Cold for almost anything. Now, I'm going to bring the attention. If Stone Cold makes it through, how hard this next one's going to be for me. But in this one in particular, it's Stunning Steve Austin.
Brox, I don't want to cut everybody off here, but I just want to point out you're a big Steve. You won't vote against Steve Austin, and Steve Regal against Steve Austin is a matchup that's crazy. But on the other side, right on the other side, we're looking at a potential Sting against Double A matchup. So how am I going to handle that, dude? I'm just as stressed as you are.
Thank you, Keita, for commenting. We appreciate you watching. EJ, thank you for being here as well. And thank you again, Keita, for the love. Everybody. Well, guys, I'm throwing a little wrinkle in here. Well, I thought I was throwing a wrinkle in here. The other guest we were supposed to have, Stan, is coming in, but he came in and he's gone again. So we will keep going until, there he is. There he is. Yes, sir. I'm going to introduce you all, everybody, to, this is Style and Stan, everybody.
What's going on, guys?
What's up,
Style
Stan?
and Stan. You got Superfly Johnny Lee here. Of course, you know Uncle Slam. You got JD. He is the president of Mayhem Media. And then you got one of the best tag teams in the business. Half of one of the best tag teams in the business today. And one of the best guys you could just know in the business, period, or just out of the business, Brox Boulder.
How's it going, brother?
Nice meeting you guys.
You too, bud.
You got in here just in time, man. We're getting ready to hit the last few on this match between Lex Luger and Stunning Steve. So who did we leave off on?
I think we're on Johnny Lee, unless you want to double back to Stan.
Yeah.
Okay. So Uncle Slam, you went with who? No,
no,
you
we
haven't
went the
gone
other
yet.
way.
You haven't
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
yet. Okay. So
We're
I'm
one
getting
Okay.
we're going to double back here to Stan real quick. So Stan, between Lex Luger and just to catch you up a little bit too. I don't know if you seen any of what's going on. DDP and Lex Luger fought each other in the first round. Lex Luger went through.
Yeah.
Stunning Steve Austin and Ron Bass in the first round, and I'm sure you can assume why Ron
Yeah.
didn't go through.
Ron Bass won. No.
But
Oh, it was
this
one.
right now we're discussing Lex Luger and Stunning Steve Austin. So give us any insight and just let us know who you think you're going to win or who is going to win.
Going with like the number of reigns and like the number of days and who made the title, like who was defending that title on like WCW Saturday Night and stuff like that. I would have to go with Stunning Steve. I mean, Luger was good at his time, but I think Austin, as Stunning Steve Austin, brought more charisma and relevancy to the title in the time that he held it.
Okay.
That's been a recurring theme of this tournament, hasn't it, J Mac?
I know it. Relevancy.
Yep.
It's a word. Look it up. So we've got 3 for Stunning Steve now, correct?
No, I voted for Luger.
Oh, you got Luger. So we got 2 Steves, 1 Luger. Superfly, take it away.
I'm going to have to go with Stunning Steve Austin because when he had the title, it meant something more than what Luger had it.
I can totally I see what you're saying. Relevancy once again, relevancy. So for me, I'm again was never a big Luger fan. Here's my thing. I liked Stunning Steve Austin when he was in the Global Wrestling Federation. Like I remember watching him every day after school at 3:00 on ESPN, watching GWF.
Old school, baby.
Yeah, yes, sir. 3:00 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna go with Stunning Steve Austin in this one. Uncle Slam, who you got?
I don't think this is really that hard. Like I said, I think Stunning Steve was a better wrestler. I think, head to head, if they win against each other, I think Stunning Steve would destroy Luger, honestly. I think all around he's just a better wrestler. I mean, like I like Luger for what he was, but I don't really think there's much comparison. Like when it comes to them, I just think he'd just be outclassed. So yeah, Stunning Steve all day.
And not only that, but people forget that this was still technical wrestling, Austin. This wasn't after the neck
brawling
injury.
yeah,
Had to
he
turn
hadn't
to
had a
brawling.
neck injury or nothing like that. So
yep. All righty. Well, we're going to shoot on over here to the left side real quick. And in the first round, Stan, just catch you up. I don't know if you've seen it. Let me put this up here for you, too. You can kind of take a look at it while I'm talking for a second. There's all the matchups, if you can see them, and who won the first round. Second round on the left side, we have got the Nature Boy Ric Flair versus Mike Rotunda. And we will start with Uncle Slam this time and work our way back. And also, I just wanted to let everybody know that since we got an even panel now, any fans out there, please comment, especially if we get a tie. We would like you all to be the tiebreaker instead of us having to flip a coin. But if we have to flip a coin, we'll flip the coin just to keep the show going. But give us those votes and everything on these matchups, please. So we got at least a tiebreaker. So Flair and Rotunda to you, Uncle Slam.
I think most people would think I would probably say Flair just because it's Ric Flair, 17-time champ, blah, blah, blah. But see, we're not talking about world champions right now. We're talking about television titles. And I don't think of Flair as a television champion. I think of him as a world champ. I think of Mike Rotunda as a television champ. I think that he epitomizes what one is. I think, the 3 championships that he's got kind of proves, it kind of locks it in right there or whatever. So, yeah, I'm going with Rotunda on over Ric Flair. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but, yeah. I'm going with
I would say it's a little bit controversial. I would definitely say it. But Again, I got to go with relevancy. The TV title was, again, like JD and Brox have brought up several times. There's been several stars like DDP who used that TV title to get to the US title. And then they used that US title to go on up to the world title. And I feel like Flair is one of those people because that's what he did. He's a TV champion, he's a US champion, and then he become the greatest world champion, the sport's ever seen. But again, I have a hard time with this. But in this one, I'm going to have to go with Flair just because I believe that even when he held it, it was probably even a little bit more prestigious than when, towards the late 80s and stuff and everything. Maybe it hit its peak in prestige around that time and then started to dwindle. But this was a new title. It was something to launch careers, and it was a milestone to work towards. So I'm giving this one to Flair.
Okay. That's 1-1.
Superfly.
Well, when I think television championship, I don't think Ric Flair. I'm going to have to go with Mike Rotunda for this one.
All righty. So we've got 2 Tundas and 1 Flair. We're going to go with Brock's next.
Brox just sneezed his head off. Sorry. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not as simple as looking at the names in this one. It was in the first round. Flair was against, Alex Wright, so that one was pretty easy.
Yeah.
In this one, it's not that simple, and I truly believe that when you're talking about the television title, it's more synonymous with Rotunda than it is Flair. And if that's the basis of what we're going for here, it's Rotunda for me.
So we got 3 Rotundas, 1 Flair. Man, this ain't going the way I thought it was going to. Go ahead, JD, take it away.
Honestly, when I first saw this matchup, I thought, oh my goodness, of course I'm going to vote for Flair. But, as everybody has said, and we've talked about in the show, it's about the TV title. It's not about the world title or the greatest name or the best wrestler alive or anything like that. It's about the TV title. And honestly, I did not, until we got into doing this episode, and you guys asked me to get on it, I don't even think I realized that Ric Flair was actually a TV champion. And I have to check my old episodes. I've done Mount Rushmores where the horsemen have been selected and stuff. So I'd have to look and see if I even knew that when I was looking up the stats for it. But yeah, Ric Flair doesn't strike me as someone who's synonymous with that TV title. So yeah, I'm gonna also have to go. Rotunda.
Okay. Wow, that surprises me, man. Rotunda's gonna go through this round. That's all right though. We still got to get Style and Stan's take on it. Go ahead, Stan. Who you got on this one?
Just like most of everybody said, if you're looking for, world champions, you take Ric Flair right off the bat. And if you're thinking of TV champions, you really think Ric Flair at the top of the list. It is a stepping stone to the United States and then the world, but the TV title I think was coming into its time, it's peak in the mid '80s, early '90s, and I don't think Ric Flair held the TV title anything past '85, '86 maybe.
I didn't even hold it then.
I
don't know. I thought his reigns were all in the 70s.
I believe it was. So, with I'd have to go with Rotunda on this one.
Okay. Well, man, I'm the oddball out on this one, man. I went straight for the Nature Boy, and everybody was like, "Yeah, fuck you, buddy."
Now, because you went for the name or whatever,
Rick ain't going nowhere.
What's great about this though is we're doing this, and the wrestler in me keeps looking at these matchups on a wrestling perspective because I always go to prime to both of these people in this tournament. I want to see almost every one of these matches.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like just prime editions of these guys. I want to see these matches outside of the Ric Flair Alex Wright one. I want to see these prime matches. That's what I want to see. And it's hard for me to get out of that mentality, but that's what I want to see.
Yep. You know, there was one person that I was really, really hoping I was going to look on that list and find out that he had held the title at least once, and that was Brad Armstrong.
Mm.
I really, really, really wanted to put his name on this list. I love Brad Armstrong, and I don't think he gets the flowers he deserves.
That whole family.
No.
But you're right. Brad Armstrong was
Exactly.
that whole family. Yeah.
Yep. All righty, getting on to the next match, we have got, this is one that really caught my eye in this next round. We got the Ultimo Dragon versus the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. We are going to start with Uncle Slam this time and work our way back around. Go ahead.
No, it's gonna be a hard one on this
See.
one.
Light the fire under him, Brox. You're right under him. Get the flames going under him.
I like both of these guys, so like, it makes it really hard. And kind of like what Brock said, like I would love to see these two have a match together. Like I think that would be awesome and shit.
Could you imagine?
But damn, I'm probably gonna go Steamboat on this, just because he's had more television titles. I feel like he's had maybe better matches or like had better opponents compared to maybe Ultimo. But yeah, Steamboat's gonna win this one for me.
All righty, we got one vote for the Dragon, and that's Ricky the Dragon, not the Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah.
Had to clarify that, fans are losing their mind. Which dragon is it?
I can't believe that Dragon Ball too.
Right.
The last dragon.
All right, man. I'm just going to have to be 100% honest. If I'm going to go, Ricky's one of my favorites, and I'm going to be a little biased in this one. Again, I like Ultimo Dragon. I think this would be classic match, like classic. I don't think you couldn't probably get a better match than this if you could actually book this. But I think Ricky comes out on top. And I think he hits him with that flying crossbody and pins him 1, 2, 3, clean in the ring. Who you got, Superfly?
I got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat because even though I like Ultimo Dragon, you gotta think Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He made that title relevant.
Yeah, I'm on board. The way he set the foundation for that title in the 70s and 80s. Gives him the edge here. The match would have been 5-star, and I would have been in my seat just rocking back and forth like, oh my god. But yeah, just the foundation that he had. Yeah, it's Ricky for sure.
JD?
I'm going to go against the grain here, and I'm going to go with Ultimo Dragon. That's where my vote's going. I think I understand Ricky did a lot for the TV title, but I just have 2 words for you all: Dragon Sleeper. So
it's a dangerous move.
It is.
Yeah, that's why that first round was so interesting for me, because you had the Lion Tamer versus the Dragon Sleeper. That's why that was kind of interesting. Who would win the battle of the submission moves. Didn't mean to interrupt your time there. Are you done, JD?
Yeah, no, yeah. Ultimo Dragon's my pick. Yeah.
All right, just wanted to make sure. Style and Stan, who you got?
I'm going against the grain as well with Ultimo Dragon. Like, I can remember when he won the television title, and like that was my first time seeing somebody with like 7 or 8 championships on their shoulders at one time. Seeing that WCW television title and the matches that he had with Jericho and Rey Mysterio Jr., Eddie Guerrero,
Great wrestler. Like I said, you can't take anything away from either one of them. This match, all the way around is a classic match. So we've got 4 dragons, 4 2 Ultimos.
Yep.
Mhm.
Let me say this the right way. And 4 Steamboats. Just making sure that was difficult to get out there. So all right, so Steamboat moves on.
Another great matchup. The next one's a really great matchup too.
And the thing that I like about it is the contrast in the styles. And now that we've said that, we have got Arn Anderson versus the Booker Man, Booker T. Who you got, Styling Stan?
And that's a tough one as well. Like you said with the styles, it's Booker was more, I think, aerial than uh, you know Anderson was, but Anderson also, holding that title, like 90% of the pictures or posters you ever seen of Arn Anderson, he had either a tag belt or that TV belt on.
Mhm. Yes, sir.
And, you know, so my decision is, I mean, I'm going with Arn Anderson on that one.
All right,
I mean, I think it'd be a great one, especially if it was a best of 7.
yeah.
Definitely, but, if it was just a one fall, whatever, I'd have to go with Anderson.
All right. I can see that pick. JD, who you got?
I think this is could be a really great matchup if we could actually see these two wrestlers in their prime wrestle each other for the TV title. But I don't think there's nothing you can do against the Spine Buster or the DDT with Double A. So Booker T, I think he gets out wrestled. I think he gets out wrestled 9 times out of 10. Again, if those two match up, I think Double A out wrestles Booker T every single time. So Double A.
Brox?
In the immortal words of my good buddy Bobby Blade, not Bobby Blaze, Bobby Blade, announcer for AMW and other places, it's going to be the pine to the spine, baby. It's Arn Anderson all day. I don't think it's as close as it should be. Again, I said earlier in the first round that Booker T's, I felt personally that Booker T, some of his title runs were watered down a little bit because of the WCW's inability to know how to book matches back then. But again, at the end of the day, regardless of whether they knew what they were doing, you're putting him against the Enforcer, one of the greatest of all time. So it's Arn Anderson.
Superfly?
Arn Anderson all day because Booker T can't do nothing against that spine buster.
Quick, simple, and to the point. Me personally, like I said, I really like the difference in styles. Booker T's got more athleticism. Not that Arn wasn't, an athlete, because he was, but Booker T had, just more agility. I don't want to say athleticism, agility. He could come off top rope. He could do, jump a little bit more, a little higher, do, a little bit more. He wasn't a high risk taker, but he could do a few more high risk moves, like a drop kick off the top rope or something like that.
Yeah, like he would come off the top rope. Like you're not gonna see
Right.
Double A come off the top rope unless it's maybe like a double hand, like a elbow or like a something like that.
Something that's going to get reversed.
Sometimes, occasionally he's hit a version of like the Vader bomb from the middle rope.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, just again, it's all about relevancy for me. And, Arn's comparing just Arn's runs to Booker T's runs, Arn's runs were more relevant with, if Booker T's runs would have been like intertwined with the NWO story or something like that, been a different story. But it wasn't. Arn's stories were intertwined with the Four Horsemen, and the Four Horsemen were must-see TV at the time. Arn gets the nod from me. Uncle Slam?
You got two of probably the winningest television champs with Double A and Booker T. Obviously Booker's got more, but Double A is, like I said, when you look up in the definition of television champ, that's what you're going to find. I think it's kind of goes to Double A, just because it's quality over quantity. I know Booker T has more wins, but I think Arn has better wins because a lot of Booker T's were the it was him and Chris Benoit going kind of trading belts back and forth. So I don't think it really meant as much. And I know Arn had it a whole lot longer. As you know, he's one of the longest as far as reigns. So I'm going to go with Double A on this.
Clean sweep for Arn. All righty. Next matchup is going to be, excuse me, Barry Windham versus Sting. And we will start with you, Uncle Slam.
Barry Windham with Sting. As much as like I said, man, I'm a huge Sting fan. I got to go Barry Windham on this just because when I think of Sting, I don't even think of him as a television champ. I always see him in the world champion picture. He's kind of like Ric Flair, you know what I'm saying? Like you always figured him and Ric Flair going at it for the belt or whatever. I've never really seen him fight over the television title. I know he won it. I'm trying to think who he won to get it actually, and I'm not even sure who he beat to win the belt.
Who, Sting?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Muda?
Yeah,
did Muda beat
yeah.
him?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think he beat Muda, honestly.
They may have traded it or something like that.
But I'm gonna go Barry Windham or whatever. I know they both got just one, television title, but I think if he had better booking, I think Barry Windham could have been up there with Double A. So yeah, Barry Windham for me. As much as I love Sting.
Alrighty. I gotta, I'm gonna echo, as you said, your sentiments. Sting was gonna be Sting. They kind of experimented with the world television title when he came over from what was Mid-South and turned into UWF. When they bought UWF out, brought him over, they kind of put the world television title around his waist. See, if this is going to be the next big thing, you know what I mean? Mm. And it worked out. He had that great match with Flair on Clash of the Champions, which kind of cemented that, the kid could work, type stuff. So Sting was going to be in that world title picture regardless. I don't see him. He wasn't going to hang around that TV title status for long. Barry Windham is a guy that if you ain't got nobody to throw in, you can book him with the world champion. If you ain't got nobody to throw in, you can book him with the U.S. champion. If you ain't got nobody to throw in, you can book him against the TV champion. And if you ain't got nobody to throw in, you can put somebody with him and you can book him in tag team championship matches as well. So for that reason alone, I'm going to say Barry Windham as well. Superfly?
I'm going with Barry Windham because he is the only person besides Arn Anderson and Steve Regal that I think of as TV champion. Sting is more of a world champion to me.
All right. Brox?
JD, I'm sorry, brother, man. Yeah, for me, just in this tournament, again, let's put them in their primes and let's see what happens in the ring. But in this tournament, in this particular one, Windham, I think Windham, the belt meant more to Windham, and I think Windham meant more to the belt. One of the most famous things, or one of the most polarizing things that Bobby Blades taught me was, or has taught me, is make sure that you make the belt and the belt doesn't make you, no matter where you carry it and where you carry it at. And I just feel like that the belt could never do anything for Sting, but Sting could have done a lot for the belt, but I don't feel like that they really did. He really did. And it wasn't because of him, it was because of what was going on and how it was booked. So it's Windham for me.
They needed their Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
JD?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Sting. I can't vote against Sting. Definitely not for Barry Windham. If you'd have put him against someone else, maybe I would have voted against him. And what I'll say is, even though he's the NWA TV champion, so I don't know if he gets recognized as a Triple Crown champion, but my argument for Sting is that he's another one of those guys that he was a TV champion, he was a US champion, he was a tag team champion, and he was a world champion. So actually, he wasn't even a Triple Crown champion. He was the NWA WCW equivalent of a Grand Slam champion. Yeah, you're right.
No, because he was never a US tag team champion.
No, you just need 4 belts for the Grand Slam. He was the TV, the US, the World, and the Tag Team. That makes him a Grand Slam champion, unless you don't recognize the NWA TV title run, because it was an NWA TV title that Sting
Right.
had. So it wasn't a WCW TV title run. But that's my argument for Sting, that he was he did the catapult up the belts as other people have done.
Makes sense. Style and Stan, who you got?
On this one, like I'm happy to go with Barry Windham, and if you count the NWA World Championship, Barry Windham was a Grand Slam, wasn't he? Because he held the NWA World Title
Yeah.
for like a month, maybe 2 months, but like I just think Barry Windham was more, at that time. I think Barry Windham, he didn't have a lot of charisma, but he could wrestle.
Yeah, and like I reiterated earlier, Ric Flair called him 6'6" Steamboat.
Yeah. So, this was like with it being the TV title, going with, Windham on that one.
All righty. Well, guys, that is the last match in the second round. We are going on to the third round.
Elite Eight.
That's it. We are at the Elite Eight, and the Elite Eight are Mike Rotunda, Ricky Steamboat, Arn Anderson, and this is interesting because this is who Arn Anderson is taking on in the second round or the third round, Barry Windham. Dusty Rhodes versus Tully Blanchard, and Lord Steven Regal versus Stunning Steve Austin.
That's the good one right there.
Dude, these are all some good matchups.
Son of a bitch.
J-Mac, I made.
Damn it.
What?
J-Mac, I have another. You got
hear
another
that last
background.
matchup? God
I
dang
know,
it, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
I quit. Bye, guys.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, JD.
It's all right. I made you another background. I updated the brackets for you.
Okay, shoot it over to me and I'll get it up
did.
there. Oh, did you? I didn't get
It's gonna
it.
be a tough choice for you, Brock.
I'm on top of stuff.
I know, dude. I'm sweating bullets over here already. Like,
Let me
Hey,
get
man,
this
you know what,
next round up.
Brox, I got bailed out, bro. I mean, it was easy for me to vote against Sting over Barry Windham, dude. You know what I mean? That wasn't a hard vote for me to cast. For you, like I said, man, if this was Sting, if you put Sting in Steve Austin's place, I don't know that I can vote for Sting against Regal.
Right.
So I do not envy you.
God.
JD, I didn't get it, brother. Did you send it to the? Oh, can you send it to the Headlocks page? I'm sorry,
bro. Yes,
you're good. You're good.
My goodness.
But no, while we're sitting here waiting for a second, I was thinking about something when we were talking about Arn Anderson's match with Booker T. Now that I think of it, Arn Anderson was never a U.S. champion, was he?
That's funny.
I don't believe Arn Anderson was a U.S. champion.
I don't think he was. He's been a tag team champion and a TV champion, but I don't know if he was ever a U.S. champion.
That's all I remember, man.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, he's been in tournaments and stuff and had matches for the U.S. title, but he's never actually been the champion.
Anderson ever been a U.S. champion?
That's a missed opportunity.
That absolutely blows my mind, for real. I mean, it just really does. That. Alrighty, guys, we're going to give you one last look at this.
No, he is not. Oh.
Wow.
He's been a tag team champ, a WCW, a NWO tag champ, and then a television champ. Never a world champ or a U.S.
That really kind of blows my mind. But I mean, well, that just goes to show his relevancy. He didn't really.
Well, he always played his part. You know what I'm saying? Like Arn was never one of those people that you thought was going to be like a world champ. Like he was content to be the television champ. Like he, right. Or tag champ.
And Arn wasn't one of those guys to let his ego get the better of him.
Yeah.
I added some branding. J-Mac. I hope you don't mind on this.
Oh no, dude, I like that. Looks good. So there's your next round matchups, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to hit it up here real quick. Let's see. Do y'all want to start on the left or the right? Y'all pick it.
Oh, let's make
let's
Brock.
get the hard shit out of the way first. Hell.
See, I was gonna say make Brock sweat, but if you guys want to do that, go ahead.
Damn it! I thought
Okay,
we were boys,
we can go
JD.
with it easy.
I thought we were
Okay,
boys, man.
We'll
Also,
go for the
We
right
can go
then.
Rotunda Steamboat.
Okay, so we're gonna start there first. All right. And
Yeah.
who did we end up with last time? Was it Uncle Slam?
I think it was
No,
no,
it was Stan.
Yeah.
We ended up with Stan. So we'll be starting with you, Stan, on this one. We have got Mike Rotunda versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Okay, we are starting on the left. All right.
All right, so with this one, sure. My mind wants to say,
Gentlemen, I have to take a break, so just continue on.
Okay.
so my mind wants to say Mike Rotunda, but once again, relative, who started making the title big, stuff like that. I'm gonna have to go with Ricky Steamboat on this one.
I'm also going to say Ricky the Steamboat. I think he did more with the belt than Mike Rotunda did.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricky for sure. Ricky.
Okay. Brock's Superfly.
I'm going to go Ricky Dragon Steamboat.
Okay, let's see. I hate to make man. I kind of just want to be opposite, just be difficult, and just say Rotunda, just because everybody says one thing and shit. But it's kind of hard to go against Steamboat, even though I think Rotunda makes a good case, like I said. But it kind of goes down to what y'all said, relevance as far as like when he was going with the belt, as far as when Rotunda was. It was a bigger prize, you know what I'm saying? And he had more titles. He had 4 compared to 3. And 4 is bigger than 3. So I guess I'm going to have to go with Steamboat also. Now, I guess we got to wait on the legend here.
Yep. Did he give your answer, Brock?
Yeah, Ricky for sure for me.
I think everybody said Steamboat, except for me, just be difficult. No, it's fine.
All right, where are we at?
Ricky Dragon Steamboat made that belt a lot more meaningful than Barry Windham did.
All right,
and I think he had better matches too.
Yes, he did.
So, what's the vote count? Sorry, guys, man. All that water's
pretty
running
much
through me.
all Steamboat except for Rotunda, but I just did that to be difficult. So,
well,
but I'm pretty sure it's a Steamboat on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Is it on me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just push Steamboat through because I like Rotunda, but it's hard to beat Ricky Steamboat in a one-on-one match. He was great. So Steamboat it is. All righty. Next match is Arn Anderson versus Barry Windham, and we will start with you, Uncle Slam.
Man, this ain't really this is squash match. This is AA all day, every day, twice on Sunday.
Oh, we got some controversy. I can see it in Brox's face right there.
Of course, it's always Brock's. You always got to be the difficult one. No. I'm just fucking with you. No, but I'm going AA on this one. Go ahead, Brox. I feel like you want to.
He said, I already feel like you want to jump in on it. He's moving back in that seat back and forth. All right, well, I'll hurry up and give mine real quick, and we'll get Superfly because I think Brox is going to come up out of that seat if we don't hurry up.
I love it.
Let's see here. Arn versus Barry. I know this is about the World Television Championship. And as much as I love Arn Anderson, I love Barry Windham as much as I do Arn Anderson.
I hear a butt coming.
As much as I love Barry, I can't, because of the fact that he only had one reign and his Reign wasn't not that it wasn't relevant, but it wasn't relevant as Arn was. I got to give this to Arn. So Arn pushes through for me.
So 2 double A's.
Superfly.
I would not say that it is a squash match because Barry Windham would give Arn Anderson quite a good match, but Arn Anderson still takes it with the spine buster.
I'm just saying, like the record or whatever. Arn's record of television champ compared to Barry's, like the
Yes.
4-1, the
Arn
dominant.
stats squash Barry.
Yeah. His stats compared to Barry's is just it doesn't compare like I said when we're talking about television title.
Right.
I got
That's why I said it would be a squash match.
All right, everybody stand back. Brox is going.
All right.
I don't know what y'all are talking about because there's not a world that I live in that I'd pick Barry Windham over Arn Anderson. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that drunk, high, and I don't even do that crap. There ain't not a thing in the world I would do that says Barry Windham was a better television champ than Arn Anderson. Not nothing. Not a thing. Goodness gracious. Because when you about gave me the butt on you, J Mac, when you were talking about I love Arn Anderson, and I thought he was going to say but. I was
Yeah,
to Dan, I think you're in Danville. I was about to go to Danville, track your ass down, pull you out there, and beat you like you owe me child support, son. Because there ain't no way, ain't no way Arn Anderson gets. It's Arn. It's Arn.
I'm glad I don't live in Danville.
I'm just saying. I was gonna find something, man.
He's like,
that's where I met you. So that's why I thought that's where you was. But I'm telling you, I'd have found you.
He said, "I know you're in the surrounding area now."
Yeah, exactly.
That beer go against Arn Anderson.
Oh, that's great. All right, so we got another R. JD, who you got?
Well, Brox Boulder says he doesn't get high or smoke or drink or do any of that stuff. Well, I do all of the above, and I would still never vote against Arn Anderson, especially not against Barry Windham. So, the enforcer.
All right, Style and Stan, who you got?
The enforcer, definitely. I mean, once again, like Brox is saying, like, who would pick Arn Anderson over Barry Windham in a match? I mean, who would pick Barry Windham over Arn Anderson? I mean, if it's for the television championship, or maybe just any match in general, but we're talking about the TV title. So, like Uncle Slam said, 4-1.
For the record, JD, I'm not opposed to all that stuff. I may have found a gummy or two in my life, and partook in one of those. But
absolutely, man, they have their place, man.
Yes,
they have their place, especially
Yes,
for wrestlers, man. You guys take a lot of you guys take a lot of punishment, man. You need some of that herbal remedy, man. It's not. It's way better. Listen to me. It's way better than forcing all those narcotics and pills.
Absolutely is. Okay? I agree with that 100%.
Hey, Brox, you don't happen to hand out Halloween candy, do you? Because if you do, I may have to dress up come to Ironton.
No, listen, I dress my babies up and take them because I don't want to. If I might get the gummies mixed up, I don't want to do all that.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That's a charge just waiting to happen. All righty. Well, we are heading over to the right side this time to revisit. I mean, and this is not one that we really have to fantasize about too much because this is one we can actually take to the bank because this one happened several times. As a matter of fact, these next two matches, I believe, happened a couple of times because I believe this next matchup had a couple of matches together too. But right now we are looking at, oh man, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes versus Tully Blanchard. I mean, that's a tough one. And we are going to start. We're going to put you in the hot seat, Style and Stan.
Oh, whew. Just looked at those like it gave me anxiety for a second. For real. I like both. And, they had wars. I mean, I know that they traded the belt back. I know that Dusty beat Blanchard twice for the belt, I believe. And Blanchard beat Dusty once for the belt.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Blanchard on this one.
Oh, Okay, hot take.
Because once again, I think Dusty Rhodes is a world champion.
I can see that logic completely.
Like, I know they list all of his achievements, and they're going to say, WWE Hall of Famer, television champion, world champion. That, it's going to list, 3-time world champion first. And I mean, and they had some great matches. Great matches. But in my heart of hearts, want to say Tully Blanchard on this one. With horseman interference.
Well, with interference, he said, "There you go." He threw that finish in too. That's how you got to do it, man. Let's throw in finishes in. How you think it's going to finish? All right.
4 Horsemen's Tully Blanchard.
That's right. All righty, JD, who you got?
I think I'm going to agree with Stan here. I was thinking about Dusty Rhodes, but I think I agree. Dusty Rhodes, when I think of him, I think of him as more of a world champion, not a television champion. So I'm also going to have to vote Blanchard.
All righty, Brox.
All right. I've said it 2 rounds. The man got polka dots over as a punishment. But I will tell you this. This is probably my favorite point that I've made this whole show. I'm going to pick Tully. And here's why. I think Dusty was a better draw as a challenger in this position than he was anything else. And I think that Tully solidified that belt as a workhorse championship more than Dusty did. So it's Tully for me.
I can see it. Superfly.
I'm going Tully Blanchard because he is TV championship material.
Well, for me, I am going to have to say that, I kind of made my point earlier when I said that Tully was kind of in not a negative way, because I don't need Tully Blanchard even at his age coming and trying to beat me up. Tully to me was a poor man's Ric Flair. So, he's kind of more synonymous with that title and that, division than Dusty is. As everybody's, reiterated on here that Dusty's more of a world title picture guy and everything. So I'm going with Tully too myself. Uncle Slam.
As much as I like Dusty and stuff, I mean, if I was going to say I have a Mount Rushmore, I would probably have Tully, Double A, and a couple other guys on this list on that. So it's not really that hard, and I'm pretty sure they're kind of tied as far as television titles. I know Stan had said that Dusty had beat Tully twice, and I think Tully only beat him once or something like that. But I'm still going to go with Tully on this one. Just something about him. Like I said, I think Tully is like I said, would be on that Mount Rushmore.
Okay. Well, looks like Tully Blanchard gets to go on through to the next round. And here's the matchup that we really want to do. And Uncle Slam has already said we're going to go ahead and throw Brox on the hot seat first for this one. Let him go ahead and get his hot take out of his hot seat. And we got this is not William Regal. This is Lord Steven Regal versus Stunning Steve Austin.
All right. I have rode Steven Regal's coattails all the way to this point. I can't put the guy over enough with everything he's done in this business. I literally stood in a ring Tuesday night teaching a class and used something that I watched him teach people at the PC on a video one night. Called it out, done it, taught him. Watched him lose his shit on that video. I didn't have to lose mine, but I lost it, watch him lose his. But I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys. I'm going to call this Stunning Steve Austin as a win. Not because I'm a huge Stone Cold guy, not because he's the reason I love wrestling. I'm going to give you some stats.
Okay.
Stunning Steve Austin carried that belt in 2 reigns over 450 days. In 2 reigns. One of those reigns was almost 330 days alone. I don't think that Regal's time adds up to that even close. So for me, for pure stats reason, I'm going with Stunning Steve Austin.
All righty. We got one stunning. Now, we left off with Uncle Slam last time, right?
I think so.
Well, we'll pick it up with you, Uncle Slam. Who you got?
All right, this is definitely tough. But to add to what Brock said, I did look up the thing, and Regal's his longest as far as single reign was 225 total. He went 557 as far as length of having the television title. So he actually had it longer than Stunning Steve, which was 431 total. This is really hard for me because I really, like I said, I really like Regal. I really like Stunning Steve. But it's kind of hard to go against Regal on this one or whatever. Like I said, I just, as much as I like, I just think Regal's, because like what's he got as far as has he got 2 or what do he got 4? 4's bigger than 1, so yeah, Regal on this one.
Wait,
and he had it longer.
wait, hang on. I'm going to question the stats.
Yeah.
Because Stunning carried it over 450 days total.
431 is what mine says, and then Regal's was 550, either 551 or 557. I might messed up on my writing.
I can confirm 557 Slam.
557. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to question that stat that he carried it longer. I was just talking bullshit on that one, but I do want to question the fact that he carried it his total time, Stunning Steve Austin's total time, because what I've researched was it's showing over 450.
I just looked it up. Google's AI overview says Stunning Steve Austin held the WCW World Television Championship for a total of 431 days across 2 reigns. His first reign lasted 329 days, June of 1991 through April of 1992, and his second reign lasted 102 days, May 1992 to September of 1992.
Okay. Apparently, my Google is dumb in Ohio because mine's showing it's showing the 329, but it's showing over 450 combined.
Really? That's correct. Well, but honestly and truthfully, I hate to say this, but I've looked up stuff on Google. Said, hey, what's the capital of Omaha, Nebraska?
Yeah.
I know Omaha's, and it'll tell me, and then I'll accidentally exit out, go back in, and ask the same question, and it'll give me a totally different result with kind of the same answer. So I mean, I don't know.
Might as well be Wikipedia. I'm just kidding.
Honestly, I mean, at this point,
I'll take Wikipedia over AI.
All righty. So just to clarify, right now we've got 1 Regal and 1 Stunning Steve, correct?
Yep.
All righty. Well, it goes to me. In this one, I've got to give the nod to Regal just because of the fact that as much as I really enjoyed Stunning Steve being the champion, didn't like him. But, I always wanted somebody to beat him, but that just goes to show how good he was. I always wanted somebody to get that friggin' title off him because I don't know, something about him just made me mad. Regal, I wasn't a big fan either. I kind of felt the same way about him. Just somebody get this title off him, But again, playing the role he's supposed to play perfectly. But when you talk about World Television Championship, I just think that Regal is more synonymous with the title than Steve Austin, or not Steve Austin as far as Stunning or Stone Cold, but Stunning Steve Austin. I look at Stunning Steve once he got past that television title level. I was looking at him more as a U.S. tag team champ, a U.S. / tag team champion instead of going backwards down to that again. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the using it to step up. So for me, sorry, didn't mean to get long winded. It's Regal. Superfly.
I have to say Lord Steven Regal, and the one reason why, because even though I love Stunning Steve Austin, there ain't no way he's going to out wrestle Lord Steven Regal in that match.
Okay. I mean, it's going to be a good technical match, but I think in that kind of a match, I agree that I think Regal has a little bit of an advantage.
He's definitely got the advantage, but this isn't your mama's Stone Cold. This is Stone Cold, or Stunning Steve Austin was a hell of a technical.
Yes.
I'm not saying that just because I'm a mark for Stone Cold. I'm just saying
he had to change his style because of the neck.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know what? He made that new style his because fans loved it so much just from him doing punches and kicks.
That's all he had to do. That was how great he was. JD, who you got?
Oh, I'm sorry, Brox, but I'm gonna have to definitely go with Regal on this one. As I said, man, Ultimate Dragon, Steven Regal, Arn Anderson. Those are the TV champions, man.
It's bull crap. Oh yeah, why don't I feel attacked right now?
Now you have Bret Hart feels, okay?
Oh my God! Can we go one episode without you talking about Bret Hart?
Man, I know,
about
man.
Bret Hart. Are you serious?
I'm just going to say, I haven't mentioned either one of those two people in almost 3.5 hours.
Christmas.
I just want to.
You know what? I'm glad Bill Goldberg done what Bill Goldberg did.
Oh God!
Well, that's harsh. Hey, you know what? We're on the topic of Steven Regal right now, and on Bill, since we brought Bill Goldberg in, I'm very, very happy. One of my favorite matches was where Steven Regal makes Bill Goldberg look like a buffoon.
Oh yes! Oh
yes.
That's great.
He has to help him the whole way through.
Yep.
He exposed them too.
Yep.
All right, break my heart, Styling Stan. Break my heart too. Come on.
I'm actually not going to break your heart. I am actually going to go with Stunning Steve Austin because watching, I can remember watching WCW Saturday Night with my grandmother, and I can remember watching Stunning Steve Austin versus Johnny B. Bad and Beautiful Bobby Eaton and stuff like that. And Regal had great matches as well, but I can remember the matches more with Stunning Steve Austin for the TV title, and him keeping it with the time limit hitting, or suddenly hitting the stun gun. Yeah, that's what I remember.
Two really good points here. JD made a really great point in the last round. As much as I hate to admit it, Stunning Steve Austin was known more for the Hollywood Blondes and Brian Pillman. That was a great point. But to counter that, J Mac, you said something earlier that kind of makes me feel like Steve was better than what people were saying, because you said, "Man, I hated to see that guy win that title." Well, guess what? He done his damn job then.
Oh, he did.
He done his job to make you hate his guts to keep that title every week. So,
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying?
I felt that way about Regal, though, man. I was waiting for Jericho or Ultimo Dragon or Dean Malenko, anybody to take that TV title off of Regal. He stretched it out to the time limit so many times.
Yep.
It would just drive me nuts.
I was the same way. And I felt the same way about both of them, but there was something about Regal that I kind of just liked a little bit more. I guess it was just the fact that I don't think I had ever really seen that kind of chain wrestling before.
Yeah.
That British strong style and stuff like that and everything. And it was new. So it was kind of like, oh, okay, this is different. I like this, he's just the way he could reverse an arm bar or something, and just put you into a move, and it looked like his body was moving in perfect fluid motion and everything,
Bill Goldberg still has nightmares from that.
Yes, he does. I also like to say that Steven Regal's got some of the best European uppercuts in wrestling.
All day, yeah.
And the Regal stretch was perfect.
And
that was another thing too, yeah.
Bret Hart still has nightmares of a boot, but
I have nightmares of hearing.
I had to get it started.
I have nightmares of hearing Slam and Legend talk about Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. That first podcast I ever done on this thing, It was middle of summer. I was in my freaking bathroom doing the podcast because I just didn't have anywhere else to go to do my podcast. My electric went out during that podcast. Y'all remember that? The electric went out in my
Yeah,
house.
I
The
do
podcast.
remember that.
Yeah.
AC was off, and all I could hear was my heart beating, my sweat boiling down my face, and these two idiots arguing. And me and Carrie just sitting there thinking, what are y'all talking about? Like they're arguing like women about. Oh my God! I was like, good granny, guys. And you know what? You know what's right? You know what the problem is? They're both right. They're both arrogant, big-headed buttholes. Both of them are.
See,
That's true.
I couldn't agree more with that. We shouldn't. I'm not even going to get started though.
I'm not even thinking about Sean and Brett. I'm over here picturing Brock sweating his ass off in the bathroom.
John and Brett are
Every 5 minutes, you just see him lift up. It's like, what are you doing, man? I gotta wipe the sweat out of my ass,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, listen, it was sad, man. There was an argument in my britches going on between Shrek and my ass to see whose swamp it was. I'm just saying it was terrible.
My
it was
God.
bad. It was bad.
Hey,
I was wondering, man. I was like, man, he's got an awful lot of porcelain up in his house, man. He's awful rich.
For the record, I wasn't on the toilet. I was sitting on the edge of my bathtub, just so everybody knows.
He must live in a mansion.
Bret Hart's the reason why DX has their name, because he called them a bunch of degenerates.
Yep.
Don't feed fuel the fire, Superfly. Come on, man.
Oh, but see, the thing of it is, though, is I've got my compadre here now who will back me up on this Shawn Michaels argument and everything, you know, Style and Stan, you know.
Yeah, but you got me and JD that's going to shut y'all up because we don't want to hear that.
Calling all Shawn Michaels fans. Calling.
All right, get all 5 of them. Get all 5 of them. Call the old Pope. Call them now. Get them out of bed. They're calling.
Yeah.
They're being called into action.
Oh, that's great.
They
That is
called back
great.
into action, but they are now.
All right.
Well,
I'm going to reel this back in real quick. Oh, man. I don't even know what I've done with my marker or nothing, so I don't know what's going
What was
on
the
here.
count? Was it Regal or was it
I
I think Stunning won. I think
Regal won.
Regal? All right.
Regal won. Listen, I sent J-Mac to finish. Listen, I finished J-Mac the next round of the finished brackets 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
Look
He
at the
said,
time stamp,
I went
J-Mac.
ahead and just, you know.
This is why he don't always bring me on the show because I just incite shit and then it gets.
Oh, that's all right. That's the whole point. It's wrestling unscripted. That's what.
This is hella fun. Are you
Brock
crazy?
was like,
Yes.
nah, Stunning Steve won.
That's what I said. I did. If y'all can't remember, I was hoping every one of y'all took a boot from Goldberg and couldn't remember shit, so I could just get Stunning Steve in there real quick.
Oh no, I wouldn't have done that. My name's Jason, not Brett.
That's my last comment about it. I swear to God, let's move on. I'm sorry.
I just don't believe that.
He's too red now. He's sad and he's hurt that Stunning Steve ain't there.
This is great, guys, man. Y'all got to get in here and join the fun, man. Give us some comments and stuff. Give us some stuff to feed off of. We love y'all. Love y'all being here. All righty. We are now down to the final 4. The final 4 consists of, Tully Blanchard versus William Regal. And the other one is Ricky Steamboat versus the Enforcer Arn Anderson. And I'm telling you, these are going to be some good. Yeah, these are going to be good.
If you Bret Hart mother effer screw this up, I swear to God, boys, I'm telling you right now, if you fucking guys mess this up.
I know, man.
Oh, hey, guys, I just want to say something. I found somebody. I'm going to put that comment right there.
Oh, Keith, I thought we were friends.
Oh,
I thought we
no.
were friends.
That's my homie right there. Everybody give some love to Keita. We love her.
No, I want to get Keita
on my
a super
side.
kick.
Now here she is, a Shawn Michaels fan. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. I love it. All righty, guys. Well, now that we are down to
You know what
the
the final has to be, Brox, right?
I know.
Right.
Listen,
you and I know what the final
hang on,
has to be,
JD.
right?
I'm glad you're saying that because if it goes the way it's supposed to, J-Mac's going to prove that I knew this an hour ago. Because you know what I'm talking about, J Mac. You know what I'm talking
I
about.
do,
All right.
but I am going to say something because I kind of held something back from everybody
You
for this
asshole.
tournament. So I didn't show this to everybody, but I figured we'll throw a little twist in on the finals for this tournament. So
We're gonna
this
do a triple
tournament
threat match.
finals will consist of a best 2 out of 3 match.
Oh my God.
How in the hell are we gonna do a 2 out of 3 match?
Who do you think
Yeah.
will win a 2 out of 3 match? Who do
Oh,
you think
fair
would
enough.
win?
That makes more sense to me now. It's okay. I'm a little slow on the updraft.
That's all right. I get that way sometimes. Let's see. Look, let's just we need to keep these kinds of comments rolling in. Is
Hey,
what we need.
No,
Slam,
No,
don't,
we don't.
Slam, don't you have control of this
season.
StreamYard too? Kick that
I
person
know,
out.
man. I'm gonna have
Kick that
to.
person
I'm
out.
gonna have
My
to edit
God.
some of this
Y'all are
shit.
coming to my studio next time. That's it.
We're gonna
Jesus
block this
Christ.
shit.
Hey.
Oh, this is
I need to
great,
share this live
guys.
stream out so I can get some more of my fans here watching this. So we can get sane people here.
This is all those 7 Shawn Michaels fans.
Oh,
man.
look, we gained 2. He said we only had 5. See, people are already starting to come over, man.
Hey man, I told you, all 5 Shawn Michaels fans are tuning in right now. They heard the call.
Yep.
One Shawn Michael fan for every strain of hair he has.
That's right.
All right.
I mean, he is balding.
Man, he was the last one of them to hold on, man. I'm telling you, he tried hard. He really did. I got to
And
give the
then
man
he
credit.
tried.
All righty, guys. Now I'll give you a little picture here of the next round. This is the final 4 of the tournament. And like I said, the finals will be a 2 out of 3 falls. So pick your choices wisely. Let's see. Who'd we end with last time? Style and Stan?
Yeah.
Style and Stan, I'm going to give you the honor since this is your first time on the show. I'm going to give you the honor. You get to pick which match we talk about first. You can either have Blanchard and Regal or Anderson and Steamboat. Which one you want?
I say we get the easiest one out of the way, and that would be Arn Anderson and Steamboat.
All right. Well, what's
To me,
your
that's the
take
easiest.
on it?
I believe that it would go all 3 falls.
Not yet. Not yet. The finals is 3 falls.
Oh, the finals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like the okay. I'm gonna go with Anderson on this one over Steamboat.
Really? Care to tell us why?
Well, once again, it goes back all the way to the first round. Does anybody think of Ricky Steamboat as a TV champion? Like, if you look at his resume, that's probably going to be down towards the bottom. It's going to say, NWA World Champion, United States
Right.
Champion, right? And you look at Arn Anderson, it's going to say 4-time WCW, NWA Television Champion, NWA, Tag Champion. The TV title is going to be at the top of his list.
Right.
To me, both are great wrestlers. They're awesome wrestlers, but I just think that Anderson would have the edge.
Okay. So we got Anderson from Style and Stan. Who you got, JD?
Definitely Double A, the Enforcer all day.
All righty. That was quick and easy and to the point, painless. Sometimes best way to be. Brox, go ahead and tell us what it is.
Double B picks Double A all day, boy. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. The TV championship is synonymous with Arn Anderson. He's a legit tough guy. He was the Enforcer for a reason. And again, it's just going to be Arn for me.
I mean, you can't go wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard not to, but it's hard to pick anybody else versus Arn because of the resume. Superfly, who you got?
Arn Anderson, because even though I love Rick, Arn Anderson is the man.
All righty. Well, we will get over with the semantics and everything, but Arn is going on to the next round. And
you skip me again.
No, not yet. I've got to
Okay,
go
I'm like,
too.
damn, did he skip me again?
No,
I
we
was
just
like,
we got 4 already, so it's already
oh,
unanimous.
okay, yeah. So it's already through. Whatever.
Yeah. But as far as the semantics go and everything, I would have liked to have picked Steamboat here. But when I think of Steamboat as the world television champion, granted, an accident in the ring is what made him have to retire, but so he wasn't necessarily out the door, but Steamboat was in the latter part of his career when he was doing the TV title stuff, and I feel like it was more of a congeniality type thing. That here we're not going to put the world title on you. And we've got too much going on with other people to put the U.S. title on you. A couple years ago with, Shane Douglas, and, you were tag team champion. So we appreciate everything you've done, your professionalism, helping the kids in the back and stuff and everything. Here's a run as, world television champion to pad your resume. That's the way I looked at Ricky Steamboat's run. Not that it wasn't, it's still Ricky Steamboat, but Arn gets the win from me.
All right. To me, it's kind of easy, but it's not, because it's like I'm gonna say the stats just kind of back up on longest reign. He's had more than Steamboat, but the reason why this is going to be him over Steamboat is simple. It's 2 words: 4 horsemen. If you're doing a 2 out of 3 match, you don't think the horsemen are going to be involved? That right there is all you need to guarantee Double A is going to win this.
Yep.
So yeah, it's Double A because he's got the horseman in his corner. You don't think they're going to make sure he keeps that belt?
Plus, imagine he catches Steamboat while he's coming off the top rope for a crossbody into a spine buster.
Could you imagine that? That'd have been a hell of a spot, man. If somebody could have figured out the logistics of doing that.
Especially in that era. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because, that would have been almost like the equivalent, because it blew my mind first time I seen Rick Steiner, when somebody goes to leapfrog him and he grabs them and turns them and power slams them.
Mm.
Like, the first time I saw that, I was kind of like, well, that was cool as shit, and then, yeah, that'd be cool as hell to see.
If anyone could have figured it out, Arn Anderson could have.
Yep. All righty, guys, we are down to the last match on the right side. We have got another 4 Horsemen member in Tully Blanchard and the Lord himself, Steven Regal. We're going to start with you, Uncle Slam. Who you got?
Oh, God, I wish you had started with me last, because I don't know. I ain't even going front.
I'll go first. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
I'll
go ahead.
go
Shoot.
first.
Yeah,
Go
ahead.
first.
Okay, Lord Steven Regal.
Okay.
Because he is. Tully Blanchard did some stuff, but again, when you think about the TV title and the people who really brought it up and gave it some prestige and really brought it to a lot of fans, Steven Regal is one of the people you think of when it comes to the TV title, not Tully Blanchard. I don't think of Tully Blanchard when I think of the TV title. So,
I do, but not firsthand.
Yeah,
I think him as the NWA. Like, I don't think him as WCW.
exactly. Yeah, Uncle Slam. I agree with you. An NWA TV champion. Yeah, but Steven Regal, man. Yeah, no, it's got to be him. So that's my pick.
Okay.
We'll do a hodgepodge. Who wants to go next? Brock's taking it.
You're muted, Brox.
Okay, I'm not muted no more. Okay, based on Google's dumbass stats, where Regal was champion for 9 million days or whatever the hell they made up, because they screwed my boy Stunning Steve Austin. I'm just kidding.
I thought he was muted because he was over searching up stats.
No, I'm not going back to Google because they made me look like a dumbass, and apparently mine over here are dumb. So, I'm going to go back to what I've said in the beginning. Steven Regal is probably. I haven't said this yet, but I do believe this. I think Steven Regal is probably the most technically sound wrestler I've ever watched in the ring. Period. I think Blanchard was great. Hell of a nice guy. Got to spend some time with him. in the last couple of years. But I'm telling you, when it comes right down to it, I let my heart get in the way of earlier of my head with the Stunning Steve Austin stuff. But Regal is known more for this title and probably one of the most technically sound wrestlers ever was, at least a pair of boots. There are guys in the ring right now that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars that couldn't lace that man's boots or carry his bag through the airport. Period. So it's Regal.
That's 2 for Regal. Who's next?
Lord Steven Regal for me as well.
That's 3. Stan, Uncle Slam.
I'll let Stan go first.
Oh, with me, as much as I love Tully Blanchard and everything he's done, it's going to have to be Regal for me.
That works.
All
Well,
right. I guess
we will
I'm
get the-
Should have been Stunning Steve, but
He said should have been Stunning Steve, but by gosh. I said the same thing, man. It should have been Shawn Michaels with the Intercontinental Championship, but nobody won't listen to me.
No.
he didn't win the Intercontinental Championship one.
No, some sissy boy with black and pink on won.
Bret Hart.
really came from the guy that wears mirrors on his jeans. Really? You got room to talk shit?
So you're saying, so who won the Intercontinental title?
Brett.
Brett won the Intercontinental. Oh, man, I needed to be on that episode.
Yeah, I don't think I wasn't on that one either. I don't think.
Really,
Yeah,
the Intercontinental title?
I
Yep.
love that episode.
Yeah,
I
that's some
wasn't on that one
crazy
either.
stuff. You guys are nuts. That's some crazy stuff. You had some crazy. You must have
Yeah.
some crazy. I gotta go
Well-
watch the episode to see what kind of crazy ass people you had on that episode.
Yeah.
My picks, and yes, I'll admit it, in that, I know it. Look, see, boom.
No, that
right there.
comment. No, J Mac, that comment was about me.
Oh, is that what it was, Keita? Can you confirm or deny this, Keita, please? But no, go just briefly hitting on that Intercontinental title. My whole reasoning with Brett and Sean in that title and moving them on was not motivated by the fact that I'm a fan and I hate one. Because if I did, I'd put Brett out in the first round. But my motivation was just the relevancy again in time, and even though it was the secondary title in the company, they were the most relevant thing going on in the company. You know what I'm saying? The Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels thing, even at the Intercontinental level, was more relevant at that time than the world title picture.
Oh, I'm so going back to watch that episode.
I hope that Eddie Grell made it to the final 2.
I'm gonna be throwing my computer screen out the window. I can tell you already, based on who you had.
All righty. Moving on to the rest. All right. Yeah, we got Regal and Anderson in the finals, guys.
That's the match I've been looking forward to. I actually
This-
think about that whole thing.
And now that I have thrown the twist in that it's a 2 out of 3 falls.
I didn't add a visual part for that, but I did send you the final visual. Jay.
All righty. I will get it up here real quick.
Just so you know, I had it done approximately 30 seconds after I had the previous round done.
Right.
I'm sorry, these last 2 rounds, as soon as I saw the final 8, I was like, yep, I know where this is going.
So JD, I love that. J Mac, read my text from an hour ago.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on. Well, we got a prediction from an hour ago, guys. Let's see what this prediction was. And this is Brock's. He said, "Don't say anything unless it happens." But this comes down to Double A and Regal.
I was
Yeah.
going to say the same thing, Brox,
For a long
before the
time.
episode, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to rile everybody up and start influencing stuff, so I just kept my mouth shut. But I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why I
like,
sent
okay.
that text and just said keep it to yourself. But yeah,
I'm like, it's got to be Anderson and Regal. It's got to be.
and listen, I sent that text an hour ago and still voted for freaking Stunning Steve Austin. That tells you how where my heart and head was an hour ago.
Now just know that you're on a panel smart enough to overrule your brain. Just like when I voted for Sting over Barry Windham, then everybody was like, "What are you fucking nuts?"
All right, let me get this other one up here, and we will be ready to roll, guys. I've had a good time with this one, man. It's been pretty good.
I have too.
Yeah, I like these. These are
Pretty,
fun. I'm happy to come on another
In
one
my
sometime.
heart,
yes,
I
like
thought
I
that
said, we do these, try to do these once every couple
Where you
months
going?
and everything. Pick a title and
Throw your
just have
gum
some
out.
fun with it, and
Throw your gum out. It's almost bedtime.
do
Yeah,
our
I like it.
thing,
You
and
throw it out in the trash.
whatever it is, and whatever it ain't, guess what? It ain't. All righty, guys, we are ready for the finals of the
Last one.
WCW NWA World Television Title Tournament. Fantasy, of course. God
the
knows
final
this
two.
would have been a great tournament to have in real life. Glory, could you just look at the talent that's sitting on this? It's ridiculous. I mean, this is like three
Except without the
companies
fight.
worth of talent. But all righty. So to get to the finals, we have got not William Regal. I keep wanting to go to William Regal, Lord Stephen Regal, and the enforcer, Double A Arn Anderson. And we'll go hodgepodge. Who wants to start this one?
I have a question before we start.
Yes, sir.
So it's best 2 out of 3 falls, right?
Yes.
So we are taking in consideration if these two laced them up and wrestled a match. Is
Yes.
that what we're saying? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to go first then.
I'll go
Okay.
first.
Hold on. Before you say I want to go first, I'm gonna throw another twist in.
All
give
right.
me your finish for the match.
Okay.
Ooh, now you pulling out the worker in me.
I
Ooh.
still
Yes,
want to go
sir.
first.
Now I got
I
to do
still-
some work.
Okay, JD wants to go first.
I
We'll
still
let
want
him
to go first.
We'll let him roll with it.
Before you made it a 2 out of 3 falls match, I was going to pick Arn Anderson because I think the DDT or the spine buster out of nowhere would have been what took the match for him. But a 2 out of 3 falls match, I don't know that the DDT or the spine buster works more than once. I think Regal would be looking for it. I think you'd get him with one of those moves one time. And I think other than that, Regal would have Anderson. Now, Anderson's a great technical and mat wrestler. Okay. I'm not taking anything away from him. He absolutely is. But Steven Regal from the final 8 has been the most technical wrestler left in the tournament. So I think if Regal gets it on the ground, he gets a submission out of Arn Anderson. I think maybe the first thing is a submission from Arn Anderson. I think Arn Anderson gets him with a DDT and gets a pinfall for the second one. And I think Regal wears him down and maybe gets a you want the exact finish? I have either a probably with Regal, I would go. I think Anderson would take him to the limit, and I think Regal would result to the brass knucks in his trunks.
All righty. Who wants to go next? So we got one for
Here, I'll
Regal.
give it a shot.
All righty.
I'm gonna go Double A on this one because you called it a 2 out of 3 match. If it would have just been one single match, I might have leaned more towards Regal. But given that it's going to be 2 out of 3, and we know the Horsemen are going to be involved, the edge it automatically goes to Double A. More than likely, they're going to split one. Like you said, Arn's going to hit him with Spine Buster, probably take the first one. Regal's going to win the second one or whatever. And then it's going to come down. And then there's going to be Horsemen coming. There's going to be interference. Ref's going to be distracted. Regal's going to try to use some brass knuckles or whatever. The Horsemen, somebody's going to get hit by accident. Arn's going to take it. Hit him with a DDT. Pin him. It's going to be a wrap. All because of the Horsemen, like you said, because there's the numbers game. Regal's always been by itself. Arn's always had the Horsemen. It's a numbers game. Double A.
All righty. So we got 1 and 1. Who's next?
I'll go.
All righty.
I think it's going to go to all 3 falls. I think Regals will take the first one. And with the second, I think Anderson's going to hit the Spine Buster DDT. And of course, Regal's going to be waiting for that. But of course, like Uncle Slam said, there's going to be Horseman interference. And I believe that J.J. Dillon's going to slide a weapon in to Anderson, hit Regal, and it's going to be over with. I say it'll be a DDT on the chair. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So there's 2 for Anderson. Who's next?
I'm going to have to go with Lord Steven Regal. Because, guys,
Okay.
the first match, Arn's going to hit that spine buster and that DT. He's going to take that win. Second match, Lord Steven Regal is going to be working on his body. He's going to find some way to pull out the victory. And when it comes to the third match, now that he knows that Arn Anderson is still hurting physically from where he's been working on the arms, he's been working on that neck of his. Regal's going to be looking for that spine buster. He's going to be looking for that DT that took him out in the first match. And he's going to catch him and put him out of the Regal stretch. And Arn's either going to have to tap out or he's going to pass out. And you know what Arn's going to do? He's going to pass out because Arn don't tap out. But he will be losing this match.
We got 2 for Regal, 2 for Arn. Is that correct? Is my count correct so far? Okay, just making sure.
Right.
All righty, who wants to go next? I believe it's you, Brock, ain't it?
It's a hodgepodge. You said who wants to go next. I'm keeping my mouth shut for a minute.
Okay, well, I'm a host, so I'm gonna go. Well, I'll be. You're the guest. You can go last, sir. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do the hostly thing. Now, for me, this match is going to go all 3 rounds. Regal's going to start the first round out by working that arm of Anderson's to take the spine buster and DDT away. Anderson's going to do everything he can to keep Regal away from that arm. I believe Anderson rolls Regal up, small package win in the first one, but he's heavily favoring that arm in the second round to the point to where Regal locks in the Regal stretch and puts that arm, and that, you got that arm hurting already and you put them legs into it too, it's a little bit more hurt than what you normally used to. So I think Arn taps out to that one. It goes to the third round. Regal's getting the best of Arn. At least one of the horsemen come out, if not just JJ Dillon. JJ pulls a little distraction with the ref or whatever, goes the wrong way. Regal ends up pulling the knucks out, trying to take advantage. Something happens to the point to where Regal's attention is pulled away from Anderson, turns around. Anderson gets up, bam, hits him with a quick DDT. Referee turns around 1, 2, 3, and it's over.
So where are we at count-wise?
We are at Anderson 3 and Regal 2.
So 3-2 double A.
Unless I go with Regal.
Unless you go with Regal.
So I wish I probably should have went first. So I don't want you guys to think I took all your finishes here, but this is where I think it goes. I think that Arn overpowers him in the first fall. Arn uses his brute strength against him. Uses the DDT to finish him. Regal in the second match figures out, okay, listen, I'm a better technical wrestler than this guy. I need to take that DDT away. So in the second fall, he uses his technical ability to take his shoulders, takes his arms out of the game because he doesn't want him to get that DDT on him, right? So Regal gets that second fall. I don't think it's a submission because I agree with Superfly. Arn's not going to quit. I do think it's a pin or it's a. I feel like it's a pin. It's a pinfall where Arn can't physically get the kick out with his shoulder because he's been working on these shoulders, right? So the third fall is this. Regal is setting Arn up for the stretch. The horsemen surround the ring. They come into the ring. Regal does the thing. He pulls out his knucks out of his trunks, and he cleans house of the horsemen. Arn's rolled away because they've had this third brutal fall of a match. Arn's away, and Regal's cleaning house with the horsemen. Boom, boom. They're all bumping and feeding. Boom, boom, and they're just getting their ass beat. Regal turns around, and the mistake he made was not taking Arn's legs out from under him. is where he should have done it instead of the arms. He turns around into the spine buster out of nowhere. Arn pins him 1, 2, 3. Arn wins the match.
And I can see that too visually because there was nobody better, excuse me, by the way, at delivering a spine buster. And I always said this about Arn Anderson and Barry Windham. Arn Anderson's spine buster was the greatest one because of just the way he delivered it and everything, how he picked you up, spun you, that you always that knee of his shoot up to, get the turn and everything, blah, blah, blah.
But nobody hit as good as him.
Right. And not only that, but as soon as he hit, I love the way he would pop up and straight over into a pin. You know what I'm saying? He was immediately in that cover. Barry Windham did the same thing with the superplex because when he would hit that superplex, he would roll straight over and right on top of you, and that referee was immediately counting. I just think that Arn, he's got that, like you said, that spine buster can come out of nowhere, and boom, there it is.
Plus, the Four Horsemen will always have his back, so we're talking about Four Horsemen Arn versus Regal. Regal ain't got no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing in this is, in the scenarios, Regal used what was best for him, his technical ability and those brass knucks. In almost every situation that we talked about, it was adamant that we were all going on the same page there. But the numbers game is what always a horseman counted on.
Yep.
And then you put on Arn's just legit tough guy mentality and the fact that he could hit that spine buster at any time. He's the one that made it look that vicious. It's Arn for me. It's Arn.
Got to agree 100%. And I think, there you go, guys. That's the champion too, by the way. Yeah. Arn Anderson, greatest WCW NWA World Television Champion of all time. And like I was going to say, I think we all kind of really knew that going into this.
Oh yeah, just because I voted for Regal doesn't mean that I'm not completely Anderson is completely fine. And I was just concerned about the finals. I wanted the finals to be Anderson versus Regal because anything, maybe Ultimo Dragon. That's about it.
My whole thing with it is though, that's what I like about doing these is because it forces you to, take them out of time and put them in certain situations. And when you take them out of that time and put them into another situation, are they as relevant as they were, in that time that they were, relevant? Yeah. And it's like, because there's some of these matchups with Anderson that could have went another way. Booker T could have very easily beat Arn Anderson. Steamboat could have very easily beat Arn Anderson. So it's like that. But like I said, at the end of the day, the fantasy part of it kind of stepped aside and reality stepped in. And, we were all like, the reality of it is Arn Anderson is the greatest world television champion of all time. That's my final thought. I mean, this is my favorite championship. This is by far my favorite champion that ever held the title. So I can't at all be, disappointed with the way this tournament ended. Anybody else's final thoughts?
There is no better way than to have Steven Regal versus Double A Arn Anderson. That was badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that Brett or Sean could carry one of these guys' jocks in a championship match, just so you guys both know. I just want you to know that Brett and Sean, they couldn't lace these guys' boots. Brett
can have like a poke feature or something. I feel like y'all just keep poking me for some reason.
Well, it's
like a stick. It keeps jabbing me right here, like
Well, the fact that you guys got down to the finals and it was Brett and Sean and Razor Ramon was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, what in the hell? Where the hell?
He was there.
Yeah,
the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion for how many decades? Where are these people in your tournament?
Hold on. We had these people in here. We had these people in here.
Yeah, Razor was in there.
Let me find a picture.
I don't know who he lost to.
Let me ask you this question. I almost
Uh-huh.
guarantee you Razor and Honky Tonk Man lost to Brett and freaking Sean on separate sides of the brackets. What fucking happened? I'll tell you right now what happened. You guys were the only two on this show. You guys were the only two on that show, and you were like, it's
You're
What
like,
did-
you're like
Sean.
the way these guys go over our favorite.
I don't know. We'll have to look at that one. Like I don't
All
remember
right.
this.
I got it pulled up right here.
All right, you got
let's
it.
see.
Good.
Let's
Was it
see.
you
Let's
two on
see.
that episode?
See,
No wonder
actually,
you got
Razor
Brett and Sean.
Ramon was in the final four.
Who beat him?
Bret Hart.
Final four.
Called that shit. Called that shit.
And who? I'm sorry, J Mac. Who was on the other side of the bracket in the final four?
Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero.
And Shawn Michaels won.
No, Eddie Guerrero won.
No, he didn't. Shawn Michaels in the finals. Didn't know what you said?
No.
Oh, I thought you said it was Shawn versus Brett in the finals.
No, I was just pushing Shawn and Brett through because
okay.
of that relevancy of their time with the title.
I
But we had you were talking about did somebody ask about the Honky Tonk Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honky Tonk.
I'm pretty sure he was on there.
Yeah.
Pretty
I know
Yes,
what-
he was on there. He got beat in the first round by Stone Cold.
I'm
Any
a
other-
Stone Cold guy, and I would have voted for Honky Tonk Man.
I voted for Honky Tonk. I remember that. Because I said the same thing because he was the longest reigning of
Well, you
all
guys
time. You know,
You guys had some whack jobs on that episode, didn't you?
hey, Superfly was there. Superfly was there.
You guys grabbed some people out of the comments.
So was John Johns.
Anybody? Y'all want to know about anybody else? Well, I still got it pulled up.
Who else do I want to think about?
I don't even know where to. You guys have me so sideways with what you have told me. I don't even know where to begin on the Intercontinental thing.
Okay, so the Intercontinental Championship, this is how it broke down. The right side, the first round matchups were Steamboat Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Shane Douglas, RVD, HBK and Edge, Kerry Von Erich and The Miz, Owen Hart, Chris Jericho, British Bulldog, China, Eddie Guerrero, Jeff Jarrett, Triple H, Chris Benoit. The left side was Gunther and D'Lo Brown, Mr. Perfect and Goldust, Razor Ramon and Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin and The Rock, Bret Hart, Bobby Lashley, Tito Santana, Randy Orton, Honky Tonk Man, Stone Cold, Pat Patterson, Rey Mysterio.
I'm still trying to figure out how Sean and Brett even made it to the final four yet.
Let's see.
With everybody you just named.
I'll tell you the path of how they made it. Brett beat Lashley in the first round. He beat Orton in the second round. And he beat Stone Cold in the third round. And then Eddie Guerrero to go to the finals. Shawn Michaels beat Edge. He beat The Miz. And then Shawn beat Ricky Steamboat.
I'm going to tell you, and I mean you'll probably never call me or text me again, J Mac, but Shawn Michaels should have lost to the Miz.
No.
Yes, he should have.
Shawn Michaels should have lost to the
I
Miz.
disagree with that. And
You know what my stance is.
I don't think
my stance is. You know what my stance is on the Miz.
Oh, I know.
The Miz is on the Mount Rushmore of heels.
I don't like The Miz, but I don't know that I would put him on my Mount Rushmore of heels, but I definitely understand why you do. And I give him that respect for it, but I don't think that relevancy, he didn't carry the company with that title. Sean and Brett did.
I would argue that Sean did better with the world, did more prestige with the world title and the European title than he did with the Intercontinental title.
Think about it. What was the big match with the Intercontinental title?
Razor and Sean.
Ladder match.
Yeah, I get it, Razor and Sean, but
he
the
did
other half
more.
of that is Razor.
Right. But it's the relevancy is what I was looking at.
I understand what you're saying, but yeah, that would have been my argument. Was that
right?
just like we did with some of these guys, like with Ric Flair. You think of him as the world title, not a TV title. I would have made the argument for Shawn Michaels that you don't think of him with the Intercontinental title, but you do think of him with the world title and the European title because he held both at the same time.
See, I think of him as with all of them, honestly, and not just because he's my favorite, but he's one of those people that I don't necessarily put into a box like that. I don't put Brett into a box like that.
In the WWE, it's a little different because a lot of former world champions went back to win the Intercontinental title, where in the WCW, there weren't as many world champions that went back to hold the U.S. title. There was only a few of them. And
that was one of my key thinking points was at that point, Shawn had never been a world champion yet. And he was still carrying the company with the IC title.
I have a couple questions here. Is Shawn a Grand Slam champion?
Yes. First ever Grand Slam champion, as a matter of fact.
More than one time.
More than one time? No, I think he's just one time. And Miz is a 2-time Grand Slam champion. I know.
Right. So my next question is, when Shawn was carrying the title with the IC, or carrying the company with the IC title, who were some of the other main stars that was there?
Him and Brett and Undertaker.
When the Miz had his Intercontinental Championship runs, who were some of the other ones that were there?
Lord Cena, Orton.
Exactly. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. There were so many more there.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. That was kind of my point that I was getting to is like, it's kind of like, so now I will say this before I make my other point. I'll continue that point. The IC title, WWE put it on the back burner unjustifiedly in Miz's era, which is bullshit. It's even worse now, but it was starting to go that way then. But you're looking at a guy that's a 2-time Grand Slam champion who carried that IC title with Cena, Batista, Randy Orton, and just the Edge, and just some of these like first ballot Hall of Famers, guys that you cannot say their names without saying Jesus Christ. I mean, they carried wrestling. And then you go back to Shawn, where it's like, you gave me 2 really great wrestlers. The Undertaker may be the GOAT. Not mine, but he could be someone's GOAT. Right? And who was the other one you said? Brett.
That was their main 3 stars.
Right.
At that point, because they had just lost everybody.
And Brett could be someone's GOAT. He's his own GOAT for sure. But he might be saying he's Uncle Sam's GOAT there, but he's definitely his own GOAT. That's for damn sure. But I'm sorry. I just don't think that Shawn or Brett make the final 4 with the list that you gave me.
Okay. All right. Who would be your final 4 though?
And I got another question for you too. After that,
I'm gonna be real arrogant about this for a second. I'm gonna let JD pick 2 of them, and I can pick the other 2. And I'll guarantee we'll go in this. We'll be in agreement.
All right.
And we'll go back and forth. JD, you go first.
Honky Tonk Man.
Okay. Razor Ramon.
Okay.
The Rock.
Guerrero.
Are we still going? Or
No,
are we
that was
doing 4?
No.
Yeah,
We're just doing 4, right?
Yeah.
That's 4.
So we got Guerrero, The Rock, and what were the other 2?
Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk,
Rock,
Razor Ramon.
Eddie, Razor, and Honky Tonk.
Are we just saying Honky Tonk because he was the longest reigning until Gunther? And like, is there anybody? I mean, like, was there anybody else to put the title on at the time besides the Honky Tonk Man?
Well,
that's the
they were supposed to put it on Brutus Beefcake.
Wait a minute. That's the same argument Brox is making about your guys' pick with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. They were the only stars in the company
for the Intercontinental.
If we don't select Honky Tonk Man because there weren't other stars,
are we talking about the Intercontinental or are we talking about the World Champ?
We're talking about the Intercontinental.
I would
and
say
I have to. Right, go ahead. I think you're reiterating what I was saying.
Are we talking about the World or are we talking about Intercontinental? Because we're talking about World, that's different than Intercontinental.
No,
because this is just Intercontinental. And
yeah, Intercontinental belt.
Just
I mean, who was there when I mean, like when Honky Tonk, as far as challengers.
But that's
You
but
know,
that's what
I'm
I'm
kind
saying,
of
though.
asking the same question Brock was asking before, like who was really.
Yeah. So if you can't accept Honky Tonk Man because there was no competition, then you can't accept Sean and Brett because there was no competition.
But there was in the mid card.
No,
That's
no,
the
no, there
thing.
wasn't.
There was more talent to put up against Sean and Brett at that time than there was to put up against Yokozuna, who was the world champion. The only
I would
person you really had for Yokozuna at that time was Brett and The Undertaker, because Sean had not yet been the world champion. But so here's my question to you guys. With that being said, erase the world titles as we did. We're going to go with, say, Sean's first Intercontinental run, which was whenever him and Brett were the two, and Undertaker were the three relevant stars, and they were doing it with the title. And you take the Miz's first Intercontinental title run. You going to take Miz or you going to take Shawn Michaels at that particular juncture and throw them into the main event and put the company on their back? I'm putting it on Sean.
I think there's more talent to put the Miz with at his time where they could have had more better matches. Like Sean's going to go wrestle the Undertaker for the Intercontinental Championship, or he's going to go wrestle Brett for the Intercontinental Championship. There's going to be two and that they're going to carry that. Where the Miz is going to go wrestle Randy Orton, the Miz is going to go wrestle Edge, the Miz is going to go wrestle John Cena, the Miz is going to go wrestle. There's more there. There's more there. Undertaker was there too. There's more there. Now, here's my question on this though.
Okay.
Can we agree that when I'm going back to the Honky Tonk thing, can we agree that the Honky Tonk Man's run with the Intercontinental Championship was more prestigious than it was in almost every one of these reigns we're talking about?
That's the other reason I include the Honky Tonk Man, because the Intercontinental title was far more prestigious up until the late 90s.
So I just want to get that argument out of the way. That's why we're mentioning the Honky Tonk Man, because when he was carrying it as the longest reigning, it was more prestigious. So that's why he belongs there. So that just kind of throws that out there. But that's the hard part about this all, though, guys. And I think we can all agree on this. The hard part about this is almost every title in WWE, anyways, has continued to stay relevant. The one that they've shit on the most and the one that they've watered down the most is that Intercontinental Championship, which is unjustified. I feel like that might be maybe the title that's not ever lost any prestige at all, especially nowadays, because you got guys like Gunther, because that's what that Intercontinental Championship is, right? It is made for not just the guys that's come out of Texas or wherever the hell they've come from. It's for guys like Gunther and the world class athletes that we've had across from different countries. So I feel like that Intercontinental Championship has lost its prestigious statue, and that has watered down the talent too, right?
I agree with that 100%. Totally.
It's been easier to carry for mid carders than it was back then.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
was almost a second world championship. I remember when Stone Cold and Triple H held all four titles. Triple H was the world champion. Stone Cold went back to the Intercontinental champion after being the world champion already, and they both held the tag titles. That's what builds. I think that's what helped that WWE build their prestige of their championships, is especially the Intercontinental Championship, putting that belt, the secondary belt, on a former world champion who is going back to the world title after he loses that belt. I think that's what built the Intercontinental belt up and really made it just as prestigious as the world title. I think in the recent years, the way they've passed it around and they've had lower to mid carders grabbing that belt, they're trying to elevate the wrestlers instead of keeping the prestige for the title.
Exactly. I feel like it's
I totally agree with you on that or whatever. Like I was going to say, because the title just doesn't have the same meaning. Kind of like same with the tag team belts. Like they don't push them. Like you don't see them. They don't wrestle that often. It's
and I think that was because they split them into two different ones. That's the other thing too. When you're making multiple renditions of the same title, that waters it down tremendously. The tag team titles were a great thing, but at the end of the day, the end of the day, this is just me wanting to see Uncle Slam and Legend sweat a little bit. I mean, shit all over their two favorite people.
You can't say
Oh,
Dust.
no.
What are you talking about, man? We do this for a living. What are you talking about? We
This,
do this
at
for
the end of the day,
years.
this is just me throwing some shit against the wall to see if these guys want to fight back a little bit. That's what I like to
Of
do.
course.
Always. So let me ask you this before we get out of here. I got one final question for you. And I know we were talking about the TV title, but we kind of got off on the Intercontinental title, and we were talking about the prestige of it and everything. So we know like Pat Patterson was the first champion, you know, others like Tito Santana and Greg Valentine held it and everything. What wrestler and at what point do you feel like was when that prestige was put onto that title and that wrestler carried it with the prestige that was put onto it as being that workhorse? We're going to use this to see if you can wear that title. What wrestler won it and flipped it to that?
I don't know if there one of the world champions went back and grabbed the Intercontinental title after they've already been world champion. And I am also really, really not an Ultimate Warrior fan. Okay. So not an Ultimate Warrior fan. But when he won the Intercontinental title, a world champion holding the secondary belt, the crowd ate it up.
Oh, yeah.
So to me, I think that's when the Intercontinental title really became even more prestigious, or really even became started to get more of that equal, almost equal footing with the world title, was when Ultimate Warrior, a world champion, held the Intercontinental title. And he had a good reign with that Intercontinental. His Intercontinental title reign was a good one too. So,
And don't forget, he did it against Hulk Hogan. He ended up becoming world champion while he was Intercontinental champion.
yeah, that too. So I think that's really where the belt, like, that's really what pushed it to the top prestige. I think that's when it was at its most prestigious.
See, for me, I was thinking about this the other day, and for me personally, I think it was when the Macho Man got it.
I could see that too. Yeah.
I think the Macho Man getting it, because I think they already kind of had their eyes on Macho Man to be a backup for Hogan in case he got hurt or something like that. And when they put it on him, everything took off a little quicker than what they thought it was going to. So it was like, oh, okay, well then, you know, that big build up with WrestleMania 3, and then Steamboat won it. And that, you know, Steamboat was supposed to hold it for a while, but he got into the tiff with the Office and they made him drop it to Honky Tonk Man, you know, which Steamboat holding that title would have even built that prestige even more. And I think that's why the Honky Tonk Man's reign was so long, was to build the prestige. And it's nothing against Wayne Ferris, but he wasn't the greatest wrestler in the world.
Oh, no.
But he was an entertainer. And
Yeah.
he was good at pissing people off. He was good at being an asshole Elvis impersonator.
Yep.
But, and I think that's what drew the longevity of it, was because it was a necessity to build the prestige of it.
Yep.
What about
And Ultimate Warrior ended up coming in and taking the title from him.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I feel like it Mr. Perfect was a really good Intercontinental champion. Mr. Perfect was one that was grossly underrated. But and I don't remember your list, but was Jericho on your all's list?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure. I mean, he holds the record for carrying it more times than anybody else. So not that makes him the best champion, obviously, you know.
Just qualifies him to get into the tournament.
Sure. I do feel like Mr. Perfect, because, like, if you remember Mr. Perfect, he lived his gimmick. Like, everything he done in the ring was spot on. There were very few times did you see things he wasn't doing exactly how they needed to be done. I mean,
in fact, you could actually see multiple times where he actually helps his opponent do things the right way, even in the middle of the ring, in the middle of a live match.
So, you know, you take the perfect guy, the perfect wrestler, and you put this prestigious title on him, or this title that needs for some prestige, you know, maybe because it's lost some over the years. And I think that's kind of where and then, you know, Macho Man was in that same area too. I think Macho Man is a really good one too. Pedro Morales, was that his name? Was a
Pedro?
really good one too. I don't know. It's I think there's been a lot of people that's helped it along the way, but the guys that had carried it, like what was the guy's name that he done the African King gimmick for a while? What was his name?
Hakeem, the African Dream.
AKA one man gangs gimmick that was
No,
made to
it was more modern. Gosh, he didn't start out as like an African king. He started out as something else. He was kind of Sheldon Benjamin-ish. God, what was his name? I want to say Cedric Alexander. Did Cedric Alexander ever act like or do the whole
I don't know.
African?
Oh, you mean the Nigerian thing? Apollo
Yes.
Crews?
Apollo Crews, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when they started being like, okay, raise your hand if you want to be an Intercontinental champion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
here
Right.
you go, that's to go back to, I think, Superfly's point of Hacksaw winning the television title. That's kind of like they were like, oh, look, there's an Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, I'll do it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'd also like to point out
with a
that
gift
The
for
Rock.
Hacksaw.
Yeah, I'd also like to point out that The Rock and Stone Cold in the '90s, you knew you were watching two world champions. Like through that whole battle for the Intercontinental title, I am like, WWE is doing such a good job with this, because we are getting a battle with the two next stars of this company for the second best championship in this. They have a whole another chapter to write when they wanted to go after the World Heavyweight Championship. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm like, I'm so gonna watch this. And then when they battle for the world title, I'm absolutely gonna tune back in and watch it.
Yep.
And not only that, but you also had The Rock versus Triple H for the Continental Championship,
Yeah.
which elevate that title.
Yeah.
But look at what we done for the fans. We gave them a NWA, WCW television debate. We gave them an Intercontinental debate. Well, I pissed all over Uncle Slam and J-Mac's favorite people.
Wow, whoa. You know what? We're gonna have another Intercontinental thing. If I get y'all all back here, run it back, and
All
then
new
see how it
picks,
turns
run it
out.
back. That's right.
I just got
right.
one question. Has Bill Goldberg been the world champion? Can we add him to the tournament list? Because no.
Can we?
No, thank God.
Can we
He
do
will not be a part of this?
I know how we can do this next tournament, so that we don't have to go back and revisit just an Intercontinental title. We can do a Intercontinental / United States Championship title tournament.
I think we should do a tournament where everyone gets one Bill Goldberg run in and a big boot. And knocks that person out of the tournament. That's what I think we should do.
And everybody can use them on one match.
That's right.
I'm using mine on Brett. I'm not going to change history. I'm just using mine on Brett in the first round.
Yeah. Man, it's a cold world out there. It's a cold world.
Listen. I'm on your side. I'm a big Brett fan, and what happened to him would go, and especially Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg's a terrible, terrible wrestler. Okay, he's not good, and he shouldn't even have been in the ring with someone the caliber of Bret Hart. Okay, the problem is, Uncle Slam, is that Bret Hart hasn't shut the fuck up about it in 35 years.
See, this comes up all the time, and I say the same thing. I say my algorithm does not show this to me. Y'all,
you need to be searching for it, because it's happening all the time.
My shit only shows the nice Bret Hart, the friendly one.
Brock's
Y'all must have a different internet. I don't know who your provider is. Maybe
every time we
see service or something. Because
all three of us,
it might be, because his Google was messed up, so maybe that's has effect too. Maybe you need to check your Brock, you need to check your Google, man. That's probably why your Bret Hart stuff's coming out all messed up.
Listen, the reason I know that it's been going on for years is because Bret was started with dark black hair, and now it's white. That's how you know how long he's been.
And also, don't forget, Bill Goldberg.
The color of his hair. Listen, he started when it was black, and then it was gray.
My Google's so messed up because Bill Goldberg hit it with a big boot. That's why my Google's so messed up.
That's right.
It's
got a concussion.
I believe it. I believe that too. Ruin his career.
His phone's going to start complaining. He's going to be sitting there asleep at night and everything. His alarm clock's going to start going off, and instead of just an alarm clock, it's going to start going Bill Goldberg.
So you know,
Bill Goldberg.
I mean, Uncle, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was on Brett's side, dude. Like, I mean, Goldberg is really not a good wrestler. I mean, and especially, I mean, I always think about the way he smashed his arm, you know, in the glass. Like, oh, it didn't break, so let me just throw my arm a little harder into it and cut arteries in my whole forearm and kill the entire plan of the company, which was to have you kind of lead it over the next year. Who knows if that might have saved WCW for a few more years had they been able to do that run with the new NWO against Goldberg. But
here's the thing, though. Bret Hart may have gotten kicked and suffered that because of that, but he wrestled well after that kick.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he did wrestle after that kick. And also, and I'm sorry, this is the biggest thing is that, dude, he's got to get over it. Like, we know that he ended your career. And what's worse is that almost every single fan, when he first started saying it, agreed with him. Like, everybody was like, absolutely, Goldberg ended your career. It was terrible. Your career shouldn't have been over. Goldberg's a terrible wrestler. But after this, he's lost fans because people are like, dude, you got to get over it at this point. Like,
like I said, I don't see any of that stuff on my computer. I don't know where y'all are.
Starting tomorrow morning,
Turn off
because I'm going to send every friggin' link I find. Everyone who
Turn off-
talks to mine, I'm going to shoot that over to you, bro.
Slam,
right.
slam.
You need
Turn
to
off
see
your
it.
parental controls.
Spam,
buddy.
spam.
Turn off your parental controls, buddy.
yeah. His parental controls are just say Bret Hart hate, and it slides it off. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, he's
we
got
don't need that type of
selective
negativity
vision.
over here, okay? We don't need that
You can go out.
negativity.
You can go outside. You don't have to be dressed in bubble wrap. You'll be okay.
I bet that when he's scrolling and he does see stuff about Bret Hart saying "fuck Bill Goldberg," he only sees the good parts. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna click this." Hey,
Yeah,
it's all
he's-
good.
Like I said, my internet, trust me, I can show you mine. It does not, my Facebook, none of my feeds show anything negative about Bret Hart. The only time I get negative shit is when the legend or y'all bring the shit up. That's the only
I have one question.
Yeah.
Does your internet come out of Canada by chance? I'm just wondering. I didn't know.
Well, I have a VPN, so
Yeah, that's it.
technically, yes.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that
I figured.
explains it. Oh my goodness.
So
no wonder,
yes,
dude.
I'm in Toronto technically.
It's
right
exactly
now.
what it is.
Oh my
Are
god.
you
Oh,
in-
really?
Are you in Calgary?
Are you really in Canada, Slam?
right now? Yeah.
My VPN is
Dude, oh my goodness, dude.
See,
no
there's
wonder.
the problem.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's Bret Hart
100%
country.
your problem.
I
That's
bet-
100%.
I bet-
no. I don't have no problems here.
I bet
No.
I bet your
That's-
Sports Center is nothing but talking great about hockey and pumping Bret Hart up. I get that's
it
all.
won't
that
even do
shit
any.
is.
Slam, it
Nah,
won't
like
even
I
do
don't
us
watch
any good.
hockey.
Slam, it
Well,
won't
that
even
makes
do us
If
sense.
they
any
had
good
the
if
Bret
you
Hart,
send
I
me-
would.
if you
Yeah.
send
It
me
makes
Bret
a lot
Hart,
of sense now why he's
Yeah.
only getting good things about Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Sam, even if we send you footage on the footage that we're talking about with Bret Hart, your VPN is out of Canada. It'll come up and say this video has been blocked.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
For whatever
I
reason,
don't have no issue.
Uncle Slam loves Bret Hart and waffles and syrup. It's the craziest thing. I don't know what's going on here.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
And I guarantee you, if he ever did become a hockey fan, it'd be the Maple Leafs.
Oh yeah.
because
You
Bret
know Bret Hart
Hart.
has his
yeah.
Slam. You say you're not a hockey fan, but you know Bret Hart has his own hockey team, right? The Calgary.
No,
Hitmen.
actually, I did not know this.
I didn't either.
Oh, he will
Oh,
do
really?
all the research now, though.
Dude,
By God,
oh yeah,
baby.
dude, he wore it on.
He'll have
I'm
a-
gonna get a jersey.
He'll have a Bret Hart hockey jersey in the morning. I swear
Yep.
to God, he will.
I'm about
yeah.
to
Dude.
go on Amazon right now. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure they're called the Calgary Hitmen.
The ne-
Oh hell yeah, even
They're
better.
not an NHL team. It's not a pro hockey team.
No,
but
Right.
no, it's probably what
Yeah.
like AAA or
Yeah.
some shit.
yeah.
Because Bret Hart was never professional. That's why.
yeah. Not only that, but now that you mentioned that, I do remember hearing something about that team that he has. I know like they've been struggling the past couple of years. They keep getting kicked around.
Really, that's a terrible joke.
They can't.
Hey.
Pay,
Come
You gotta
on
work
up.
on that one.
Bret Hart can't teach because he got kicked in the head.
they can't pay their bills. I'm sorry. Okay, that's the last one.
Right.
Terrible.
Yeah. Titanic
All right,
ran
guys.
into an
Yeah.
iceberg.
Yeah.
No, Bret Hart.
Bret Hart
always-
ran into a Goldberg.
Y'all
Wow.
struggling now. Now you're reaching here.
I know
we're
it, man.
Yeah.
It's getting
Just
late,
like-
y'all.
Just like Bret Hart's reaching to stay relevant by talking about Bret.
Right.
No. He don't have to. Hey, he's got a fine girlfriend. He's relaxed, sitting at home, enjoying his money and shit, and
She's
getting
enjoying
paid
his
off all
money.
this negativity y'all keep saying that he's making and shit. All
You're
the
right.
clickbait.
You're right. His
No.
new-
It's the real thing. He hates.
I'm
hates,
gonna really
hates.
send him over the edge now. I'm really sending him over the edge, and then I'm probably going to like run away. Owen was better.
Oh, that doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. We've already discussed this before about Owen.
I know.
Yeah,
I think I even crossed the line. I not even crossed the line. I was like, had Owen not tragically passed away, Bret Hart would have been an afterthought because Owen was that much better.
That's
I don't
right.
think he would have afterthought, but I think Owen would have been bigger just because
Yeah.
Owen's personality. Like I think he was better on the mic. I think he was just
we have had
a
this
little bit
conversation.
better
You're
than
right.
Brett
Yep.
on most things when it came
Here's
to
the
it.
kicker, Uncle Slam.
He didn't. The
You know how
problem
Brett
is
calls
Slam.
himself the best there is, the best there was, the best there will be.
The
Owen
problem is you
Hart
start.
was the real best there is, best there was, best there will be.
Yeah, did Brett ever win a Slammy?
And the problem is he started believing. The
That's
problem
really a
is he started
Slammy.
desperate.
What we talking about a Slammy?
Yeah,
A
did Brett ever win a
Slammy?
Slammy? I'm just Owen won a Slammy. That's all I
damn,
know.
poor
Owen
guy.
was a
Yeah,
double Slammy
That's
winner.
exactly
all
right.
those accolades, and he didn't get a Slammy.
Well, I mean, he kind of.
Shawn Michaels
Never
ever win
mind.
a
I'm not
Slammy?
going to say that.
Nah.
Brett wanted to be a Slammy Award winner, but guess what? Owen Hart was just that much better.
I'm going to put my spoon
He can
away.
have those Slammies.
I'm putting my spoon away, guys. I'm not going to stir no more crap. I promise. I'm done for the night.
I was just going to say.
It's almost 12:30, y'all.
Yeah, I know it. I was just going to say that Owen, kind of was a triple Slammy winner, but never mind.
Man. Wow.
Wow. That was so
Sorry,
wow.
you may have 2 titles, but you ain't got 2 Slammys.
Wow, bro.
Nah, man. Nah. You're wrong for that one, Legend. You're wrong for that one. I'm sorry. You're wrong.
Oh, J-Mac, you're crashing to the mat on that one, buddy. You're crashing to the mat on that one.
Wow, shit. By that math, the family won 4 Slammies whenever Goldberg's foot.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Okay. I think like now y'all just looking for some bad karma or something like that. Y'all speaking of the dead here. Oh my god.
I mean, not as bad as Bret Hart and his hate, and forgiveness.
Hey, Bill Goldberg's still alive.
Not if Bret Hart's voodoo doll would work.
Until Goldberg dies, he's
Prox,
gonna keep talking shit.
Here, buddy. If Bret Hart's voodoo doll would work on Goldberg, that would be.
Then once he dies, then he'll stop talking about him.
Bret Hart was making his voodoo doll, Bill Goldberg, and he forgot all about it. He'll be getting back to it tonight.
Bret Hart booked the Goldberg
Slam.
match.
See, we can at least Slam. You and I can at least bond in our hatred of Goldberg, though, even if we're not on the same Bret Hart team.
Yeah.
Bond for our hatred of Goldberg.
I thought Goldberg was the greatest wrestler there is.
Yeah, he is. And hey, look, there's a pig flying outside.
Must be.
So is Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's the greatest
wrestler ever. Who has a better arsenal of wrestling maneuvers than Hulk Hogan?
I know. How can you beat the leg drop, the slam, the
body slam,
the hooking up?
Also, he invented every wrestling move that you know and love.
Guys, this episode went all off the rails.
and it's all Uncle Slam's fault.
No. It wasn't me. I can't take credit for all this time.
We just need you to see the light on Brett, and we can stop bringing it up.
Never.
Well, all I'm going to say is I got a 9-hour work day tomorrow. So while I'm at work, I'll be sure to send you all kinds of stuff tomorrow. Uncle Sam.
Right.
Maybe we can change that algorithm for you.
That's right. Got to
Not
show
if it's
them what Bret Hart's really like.
You have to turn our VPN off first.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
Guys, man, I was going to say I appreciate y'all being here. Superfly, JD, Braun. Always pleasure having y'all here.
Braun? Who Braun?
Why did I say that? Why did I say that?
I looked at your name. You tried to say Sean
for 4.5 hours, man.
Hey,
Brox, you can come on my show. I'll get your name right.
I appreciate that.
Freudian slip.
Yeah.
No, I do. I appreciate y'all coming on here, man. Love y'all to death, man. Appreciate everything y'all do for the show, helping us out, being guests and everything. Guys, y'all got anything y'all need to plug or anything real quick before we get off here?
JD,
I
Check
just
out
got a
Mayhem
show coming
Media.
up March 4th. It's
Check
gonna
out
be
Mayhem Media, and then go
Winnie the
check out
Bazooka.
the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast crew and Superfly Johnny Lee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just head over to Aftermath Pro on Facebook. Give us some love over there on our new promotion and our new school, and be looking out for Grappling Inc. all over the place. We got crap every month this year already booked. We've got most months we're already full, so we're on the road every weekend doing things. We're doing TV on Thursdays. Check out my TikTok. We're always doing stupid shit on my TikTok. That's kind of funny and stupid all at the same
Yes.
time. So, yeah, just anything that's got Brock's Boulder attached to it or Aftermath Pro and Grappling Inc. Go check it out.
Yes, sir. Check them all out. Nice Guy Andy, Mayhem Media, Grappling Inc., all the other things Brock's told us about and everything. Guys, we appreciate y'all being here. Had a great time tonight, man. Lots of laughs, lots of love, lots of fun. We'll have to do it again sometime soon.
Yes,
and
we
everything.
will.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. You all have a good evening. And I guess that's it. That referees hit that 3 counts. So we're going to ring that damn bell.